Happy Sunday, everybody.
Good. Happy Sunday.
I expected you to look at me like I forgot to do something, and then she just gave you that sound.
It's
Yes.
a garlic hiccup.
Better than a garlic burp, I guess. No? Yes,
Not sure.
I would say it's better. Hello, Shrift. No, let me start in order because you deserve it. Hello, Fody. Hello, Skinner. Congrats on being first. Shrift, you just got second. It doesn't really matter, but Skinner also third, spiting himself. Nice, nice. How are you all doing? Hello, everybody.
And
Happy
Ranger.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday as well.
Yes, I completely neglected to read your message because you were spreading lies again. Where was it? There.
All garlic flavor is wonderful, even after flavors. Yes, I fully agree. Garlic is absolutely delicious, and Jack made a really nice, like, cream cheese, garlic, what else in there? Water? Sauce? Which was so tasty.
Telling people I made a water sauce sounds about as appealing as licking a tire of a car. No, listen.
Well, there's some water. You added some water to it, no? Or milk? What
If
did
you
add?
want the easiest and a very delicious garlic white sauce to like drizzle on things, it's called. You take some cream cheese, you mince
Or yogurt.
some garlic. No, cream cheese. Am I cooking or are you?
Yeah, but
Bitch.
a yogurt garlic sauce is also really tasty.
Yes, here. I was trying to give you my secret recipe, but Tifa pretends to know better when she doesn't. So, here is what you do if you're not Tifa. You take a spoonful of cream cheese, you throw in some minced garlic, however much you like, you sprinkle some salt in there, and then you add a dash of water, just so that the cream cheese, when you mix it with the water, becomes like a sauce. Whatever texture you want, you just add little by little. When you let that stand for at least 4 hours. Done. You're welcome. Try it later.
It's very tasty. Or another
Yes.
alternative, yogurt and minced garlic.
Not as strong. Because at least in the yogurt we buy, there's less fat in there. And it needs the fat to spread the flavor everywhere. In my experience.
That's true,
Yes.
but still, regardless. Tasty, tasty.
Thank you for accepting my recipe when Tifa rejected it.
That is
Live.
not true.
You're like, oh, you're good? No.
Yeah,
it's my
I said
recipe.
or.
It's my recipe. Good news.
Interesting.
I bought Xenoblade Chronicles 1, obviously. It didn't have to
Oh.
be 1, obviously. I mean, we were talking about the DLC for free just the other day.
I started with 2.
Yeah, all that.
Better
How
than 1, by the way.
are you enjoying it, assuming that you've already played some of it?
Did you already finish it?
I know they're connected, but not really. But I mean, what? If I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Good choice. That way you can
Sure.
also appreciate how much they have evolved as they kept going with the series.
It will only climb up, I promise.
Yes, and don't tell Skinner I said this, but you can totally skip Xenoblade Chronicles X. Just saying. Haven't had time to play it yet, sadly. Just find time. Find time. Say they are connected, play them all and see. Yes, I am with 40. I'm 100% with 40 on this.
Yep.
I only have a built-in hatred for Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Oof, why?
Because, let me guess, it's because they have British accents? Play the
I-
game and you will learn that there even is a reason for that.
They had the best accents in Xenoblade Chronicles.
No reason to,
too.
it's just on my shit list. The British accents are fine.
They're fine. They were the absolute best. I wasn't even planning on playing Xenoblade at first until I heard the voice actors, and then it was like, I'm playing this, I'm buying this, love the shit out of it.
It's on your shit list for no reason. I think I have to eject you from Team Jack. Because Xenoblade is one of my top 3 favorite games of all time, probably. Yeah.
The series is definitely,
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite. I want to say if I had to pick between Xenoblade Chronicles and Bayonetta, I might go for Xenoblade Chronicles. And I love Bayonetta.
Hello Evie, happy Sunday. You came in at the
Cheers.
right moment. We're arguing whether people's subjective opinion can be objectively correct. In this case, Shrift is objectively wrong. I've heard iffy things on the combat in Xenoblade 2 early games. I'm gonna have to learn to love it when I get to it. Okay, here's the thing. The early combat in all of them is kinda meh. And that's because you're weak. What are our neighbors doing again?
Like our lamp is shaking.
Yeah, they're, I don't know, moving elephants or something up there.
This time, no sound, no crying cows like last week.
Just
But the lamp is going brrr.
Yeah, that. The gameplay at the beginning, the battles are slow. Yes, that's because you're weak. And it makes sense. And once you learn how to do things, once you figure out like the intricacies of battle mechanics, you will start plowing through enemies and it will feel so good because you understood why you got there. Yes, especially in Xenoblade 2. That game can be so broken if you know what you're doing.
I
And it's
really
so
enjoy
good.
the combat system.
Yeah, but
I hear a lot of people shitting on that,
Tifa,
honestly. But
no spoilers. Do you remember when you were replaying Xenoblade 2 before the release of 3?
yeah.
And you were doing that one hard boss fight. Optional boss fight, but still. I was like, let me try to help you. And when I looked at one of the characters, I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
that skill is so broken. And when we went and unlocked that, and then it was just a breeze, because that skill is so broken if you know how to use it. I love that in video games.
But yeah, pro tip, unlocking your character skills really makes a big difference.
Just like
the
in
game.
real life, having skills is good.
It's worth chasing after those.
Yes. Yes. Persona has fun combat in the early game. No excuses for Xenoblades? Yes. Yes, excuses. It's part of the gameplay mechanics. I added up all the games on my Steam list and I came up to a grand total of a bit over $500. Those are rookie numbers. You need to wishlist more games.
Now looking for a nice donor who has $500 just laying around and is just asking to be sent. Well, I do believe a kidney is worth like 500.
Depends on the
Bit more,
country.
maybe.
Usually more. However, once you found that nice person, point them in our direction because we have some bills they can pay too.
Ooh, gonna start Xenoblade Chronicles X soon.
Nice. Let me know how you feel about it.
How soon is soon? Like tomorrow?
Good question. True, Evie, you did recently finish Persona 5 Royal, no? I think you mentioned that. Shrift, I have a much more important question for you because the other day, while I was making dinner, I remembered that a while ago you said you were going to the gym. And a little while after that you said you're still going and you're enjoying it. Has your opinion changed? Because I hope the answer is no, you still go and you're still enjoying it. Because then I want to use this to use it against Tifa.
I was waiting for this. I already told you. If anything, I'm willing to compromise and do classes. We're not doing normal gym stuff. Find a class that could be interesting.
We're not doing normal gym stuff, we're gonna do weird gym stuff.
Why is that weird?
Ranger
Like a
Cell
spinning
is the
class.
true cobalt. Yeah.
I used to enjoy spinning back in high school.
I can spin too, but I puke. What? Oh, it's spinning, the cycling thing.
Yeah.
Why is it called spinning?
I have no clue.
Do any of you know why it's called spinning? I never
If
understood
you
this.
cycle hard enough, your head starts spinning.
Ranger Cell is the true cobalt. Mwah. Wonderful. R&D is completely rigged.
It just knows. It
yeah.
knows.
Could be any day. I recently beat Persona 5 Royal. Today I beat my playthrough of Lost Odyssey. Ooh, how did you like Lost Odyssey? I remember being really salty that it was an Xbox 360 exclusive back then. I mean, it still is. But I still want to play that game one day. I heard so many good things about it and I still need to figure it out. It's really good. Nice. Alright. Then one day I have to find a way to get my hands on an Xbox and play that.
Fody would name his blades, but spoilers. Fair. Xenoblade
Yes.
Chronicles 2 has a lot of blades.
Yes. And if
I
you
will-
explain what blades are, that's a spoiler. I mean,
The whole game is based on blades.
Yes, but blades in all of the Xenoblade games are something different.
I wouldn't say spoilers, but regardless, just finally had to set up a full smash combo that I can easily pull off, and good god, if you have the right skills,
I know, right?
It's so nice.
I know.
Sometimes it just gets a breeze. But then
yes. Hello, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you as well. How are you doing?
Also, Shrift says, I had only gone because of discounted membership for the summer. School year starts and I don't have any time, so I'm always staying after school. Okay, fair enough. But my opinion never changed. It was really fun there. Thank you, Shrift.
You act like I've never been to a gym before and need to be convinced that it's fun. Gyms are hell. It's a nightmare, and I told you I'm willing to compromise. That is the only compromise you're getting from me. You're not getting anything more. I don't need more convincing. Thank you very much. I'm glad we had this discussion.
I will keep convincing you. One day, even you will be convinced.
It's not happening.
Yes. And just like the atmosphere, we could just work at your own pace. And to distract myself from things I'm not excited to do, but going to the gym became fun for me.
Well, I'm glad you have fun there.
I hope one day Tifa can see the light as well.
And Skinner, you can keep your Bruce Lee sit-ups. It already sounds like torture. Thank you very much.
What's a Bruce Lee sit-up?
I don't even
Actually,
want to know.
Don't tell me. I don't need to know. I will look that up later in an incognito tab, because otherwise I will get weird ads probably. Yeah. No.
Oh, you're just starting? Yes, we always start at the exact same time, 20 minutes earlier.
18 minutes ago. Don't lie to people.
18 minutes ago. Sorry.
This is how you can tell I'm German. I'm very much about being punctual. If you have a current gen Xbox, you can play the game on the live service, I think. Oh, I had no idea. I need to look that up. Thank you. A schedule, imagine that. I know, right, Ranger? Still waiting for those Skyrim streams. But you have 2 young children, I get that.
You can totally play Skyrim with Olivia and Eli.
Yes, should totally do that.
She might even be able to beat the dragons.
If you don't, yeah. Save it to people that don't have kids. Yes, you can totally do that, right?
Hang upside down and do a sit-up.
No, I don't think I will.
I can do like 2 of those.
I can do hang upside down, get stuck in the position, wait till the blood rushes to my head, get lightheaded and throw up.
Actually, I take it back. I could do like 2 of those before I'm dead. I have no clue if I can still do that. Probably a half and then I'm dead.
I can hang there and ask for help. Yeah, I think that's progress track. No, I don't think throwing up is part of a gym experience. Like usually you should stop before that.
It's one way to lose weight.
In my memory of when we had a free trial membership.
Go to the gym because it's the only form of exercise I can do that does not require another human.
Fair enough.
That is fair. Yeah. Still, yes, by the way, that does not require another human. Jack, imagine you can go to the gym alone.
Why would I do that?
Who would have thought that was possible?
I can also stream alone.
Well, yeah, you could.
I can also live alone.
No, you can't. You would not be able to survive.
Yes, I could. I don't want to.
You don't even know how the laundry machine works.
Yes, correct, because you hide the manual from me.
There isn't. We don't even have a manual of that thing.
Here is something you need to know about Tifa. For all of you who consider yourselves on Team Tifa, here's something you need to know. Tifa loves manipulating people in the worst ways possible. When we moved in, we had to buy a laundry machine thing. Keep forgetting what they're actually called. Laundry machine thing? You know what I mean.
Washing machine.
That's it, a washing machine. That seems way too simple as it were. Waschmaschine in German. It's the same thing. Anyway, so we had to get one. It came, they had it installed. Cool. So I tell Tifa, I suck at laundry. I would need to Google what to do every time because in my life I was very privileged. I didn't have to do laundry myself because I lived with my dad until I was like in my mid-20s. So whatever. Just tell me what to do, where the manual is, and I can do it myself. You know, when she's working or whatever, I can do the laundry. He's like, no, it's fine, I'll do it. Okay, cool. And then at some point, she asked me, oh, can you do the laundry? I'm like, sure, how do I do it? Why do you not know how to do the laundry? Because I've never done it.
I have explained to you several times how to do the laundry. I've even
Where's the manual?
showed you. We've done the laundry together. And
How
still-
often? No, you're not getting out of this. How often have you shown me? How often have we done the laundry together since we've moved in?
A couple of times.
Yes. How much is a couple?
I don't know.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times. Exactly. That doesn't count. Less than once per year.
Google, come on. I know.
How do I Google it if I don't know what to Google? That's my problem. I don't even know what these liquids and stuffs are called. I don't know.
I've asked him to do laundry while I was at work before, and then he's like, okay, what do I do? So
Yes.
I tell him what goes on what, and then I'm go like,
Yes.
okay, this stuff goes on the left side, and then the other stuff goes in the middle. I'm like, how hard is it? You need to put in 2 things in the washing machine.
Tifa, if you
And
don't
then
know,
he
everything
manages
feels
it.
impossible.
Then he still manages us to put the wrong stuff in the wrong thing.
Yes, that's correct. And do you want to know why? Before Tifa spreads more heinous lies about me. Because Tifa was like, use the blue stuff. And then it
Literally says.
and then it turned out she didn't mean the blue stuff. She meant the white stuff that is next to the blue stuff. And then she comes home, oh, this smells weird, what did you do with it? I'm like, well, I put the blue stuff in there and then the other stuff in there. She's like, no, that's wrong. I'm like, these are your messages. You literally told me to do this. Yeah, sorry, I meant the other thing.
That was another time though.
No. It's her, it's not me. Does your washer have compartments? Yes, it does. Germany Cooper Cloves is expected to wash itself or be scolded or eaten by some children's story character. Yes,
I would
that's how
love
should
it
be.
if that was the case.
Just
Also,
buy liquid tabs, you just throw it in a drum.
those are expensive though.
That means I would have to go outside when we already have all the washing stuff here, because I know we have the stuff we need because Tifa is so nice and does the laundry.
No, those are super handy, but they're... Or buy the liquid gel, pour it in a cap and chuck it in the drum. That's the stuff we have actually.
Yes, but in which one of the 3 holes do I put the gel? There has to be a reason why there's 3 different slots.
Well, Skinner suggested chucking it in the drum directly. You can also do that.
Why did you never tell me that?
Well, I've never done that.
See?
Also, tvättmasken is in Swedish wash plus machine. I think in every country it's literally wash machine.
I think it's tvättmaskin. Am I closer with my pronunciation than this? Wash machine. I have one washing point that I always follow. I do not turn that knob. Thank you very much. See, I have to, because if we don't turn it, it stays on. We have a weird, cheap tvättmaskin. Why is it easier for me to remember the Swedish word than
What?
the English word? Washing machine just feels weird to me.
Oh, no, I was wondering what knob thing you were talking about.
Oh,
But you picked a setting, yeah.
Oh, the knob. I was wondering what knob. I know what
Because
knob.
I didn't saw the message. I didn't
I
see
know
the
which knob.
message.
See, I don't know which liquid goes into which hole. Yes, I said what I said, but I know that there's a knob and then I need to turn it. Not Jack forcing stereotypes of a woman is the laundry doer.
I know. Right?
No, we split our chores. And if she would explain to me where she put the damn manual, I'd be happy to do it myself.
It's fine. I'm okay with doing the laundry.
I will offload more chores around the apartment to you, since now I'm apparently also an editor for YouTube shorts for you.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
And excuse me, who said that was
Shameless
the better thing
self-plug.
to do? But good job.
I know. I hate editing things, as is evident by the fact that our YouTube channel is mostly
Same.
just VODs with the breaks cut out, because that's already pretty rough to me. But I sat down, had a coffee, and had a spurt of inspiration. Then I figured out a way that works for me, and I've made templates, and I was able to do 7 of them that you haven't even seen yet in only 4 hours. It takes forever. I enjoyed the outcome of it, but I feel like there is some way to make this even faster. Yes.
I
hope
find
that one
editing
day
draining and it's annoying. I tried it on the laptop once. The laptop is not meant for video editing.
Correct, Tifa. I told you that actually.
That was an absolute hellhole.
Yes.
Then I wanted to do it on the PC once.
Yes.
That was also a hellhole, but somehow you managed to find your way around that.
Yes.
Like the video plays like that.
If only somebody would allow me to buy upgrades for this PC.
That's expensive. That's the problem.
Yes, but when you don't have to listen to the video buffer, you can do it in real time. Imagine that. Must be nice.
Fuck video editing. Yes.
I have to say, once I found a workflow that worked for me, it was pretty cool. Because instead of just seeing the pain of trying to do it, I actually also had a finished product. So that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick to doing the laundry in this case.
Yeah. Also, I was closer, though the sk is pronounced sh. So it's
Oh, okay.
tvättmaskin. Ha ha ha. Learning Swedish. As
That
we go.
makes sense, I suppose.
I have to say, play Persona 5. Sorry, it was the obligatory bag.
It is on the list.
How about, instead of playing Persona 5, we tell you right now, or I tell you, that next week, Tuesday, is Valentine's Day, right?
Yes. So?
Yes, it's the 14th. And not only do we have a special YouTube video going live on Monday, because Monday is a regular release date for us, and it coincides with Wednesday, with Valentine's Day, but we maybe have a special thing planned for Valentine's Day for our stream on Tuesday, and y'all should be here if you don't want to miss it, because it's gonna be potentially glorious.
How did you make the segue from Persona 5 to that? Like it has nothing to do with
because Persona and potentially glorious both start with a P.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense.
That's all I need. Yeah. It is next week already, it's Sunday. No, it is next week already in America. Over here it's still last week and Sunday. Calendars are weird. Rix just got lots of stuff that I would need to Google. An OLED screen on the motherboard. Okay.
I'm not sure what all of that is, but I don't want to know the price tag behind that, but it absolutely does sound like a monster.
Yes, it sounds like I would be able to cut videos 5% faster, because most of me taking forever is because I'm slow. What do you use a screen on your motherboard for? Because I've never looked into the PC and thought, the one thing I need on my computer is a screen inside the computer. Yeah, no.
Isn't it more like a light?
I have no idea. Temperature is real-time ordering. The motherboard was $1,000 alone.
Ooh.
Okay. I hope it can make him coffee while he waits for stuff.
That's the future, man.
At that price, I would want a coffee.
No, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Oh
Wait,
my god, is it caging me softly too? Potentially better.
Didn't he do a PC building stream the other day? Or the other day, like 2 weeks ago? Was that then?
I think so.
Time is...
I think it's been more than 2
going
weeks,
away.
but yeah.
Caging Me Softly 2, by the way, would be really cool, but
Yes.
I don't think it exists.
No, it doesn't.
But
does
I would
not.
think it's on the same level.
Yes.
I hope. We haven't played it. It
Yes.
just looks like it could be really cool.
Yes. If you've been here, our last Valentine's Day streams, I think this one is... I hope that what we're gonna do on Tuesday is up there with our track record so far. Yes.
It has a good chance.
Maybe even greater. That will be seen.
I
I'm
don't
looking forward
think
to
it can be greater than the Pigeon dating simulator. Like that's
Heartful
still...
Boyfriend.
Heartful Boyfriend is still the best one, but who knows? Who knows?
We will find out.
One way to figure it out.
Waiting, that thing does stuff before you hit the command. He's aiming for 6 gigahertz. I don't want to see his electricity bill for that thing.
That is a beast.
Yes. You know what else is a beast? Tifa attempting to do recaps. Smooth. Tifa, what happened the last time we were playing 999?
We are currently in the engine room of our Titanic lookalike,
Tifa remembers
together
things? Okay.
with Santa, Ace, and June. The moment we went into the room, June got another strange fever thing again, which mysteriously disappeared the moment we solved the first room. We are now in the second room, where we have found an area behind electricity which has what we suspect is Alice's coffin in
An
it.
area behind electricity, also known as
Fenced.
part of a room that was fenced in, and there was a electric current running through that fence.
So yeah, we're now trying to shuffle.
Suffering, shuffle. What else was in that word creation you just birthed out of your mouth?
Basically that.
Swaffle. That maybe too. I feel like she swaffled me with that word, or whatever it was.
So yeah, we're now trying to solve the second room, which I think we're close to because we solved 2 puzzles in there already. Can't be that much more in there. Let's talk about math. It already breaks my brain.
Tifa is correct. In terms of major
stuff
things, there was some hexadecimal digital root stuff again, which we aced first try, if I recall correctly. And then there was the Pushmaster 5000 puzzle, which we also solved in record time, pissing off nobody on the internet with how bad we are at push block puzzles.
Let's look at the answers for the box pushing thing. Bane of my existence.
See, it's not easy.
It was
It's
hard.
not easy. It's not easy. That's all I can say.
But yeah, so far no swaffling in here yet. Maybe when we get out.
Potentially, yes, to celebrate at the end. And we saved right at the cliffhanger when we were about to open the coffin, I imagine. It's the first time with some help! Hello, Mortenot. Happy Sunday. And yes, I may have forgotten to say that we had plenty of help, thanks to you, among others. I guess Tifa wants to start the game. Cool, let's go.
Well, might as well.
Yeah, please, go ahead. I will stop trying to help you with a recap. It's fine.
But the recap is done.
Yeah, thanks to me. Look, it's a coffin.
So yeah, we saved right here.
Still slightly dangling around by the music, no? Coffin predictions.
It's gonna be empty.
That was my first guess too.
But it probably is a replica of All Ice's coffin.
I have 2 predictions. Yes, you can hate me for that if you want. Either it's gonna be empty, that my gut goes with it's empty.
This kind of looks like the Pokemon. What's his name?
Cryogonal.
Cryogonal. Like
Which,
an ice
funnily
thing.
enough, also has to do with dead people and ice. Coincidence? I think not. So, highest chance I think it's empty because we would expect it to not be empty. Or maybe it has like a key or some stupid thing, but we need to leave the room.
It's not good. There's gonna be a note in there, I think.
My other prediction is that Lotus is actually Alice. If it's empty, Lotus is Alice.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go there, go ahead.
Time to call on the gun and pallbearers dance and turning on Astronomia by Tony Iggy. I hope is how I pronounce his name. Go ahead. I hope it will be something like this today. And we might even see an ending today, if we're lucky.
That is true. All I'm hearing, to be honest, though, is do 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 do.
Yes.
Mommy!
Okay. Not Lotus, I guess.
It's
Blech.
empty.
Just kidding.
Knew it.
We didn't even open.
Just imagine, like it's a closed box, and all of a sudden, Mommy! And everyone's already in shock.
The song is Astronomia. Thank you very much. I didn't know that.
Same.
Really?
I'm really bad with songs anyway.
Whatever. Just open it.
I just use the memes. I don't know where they come from.
Okay.
And?
A small key and...
I was right.
That looks fancy.
gun?
It's a golden gun. Suddenly we're in James Bond territory.
Yeah, a revolver.
It looks pretty old.
I wonder
Looks
if
fancy.
this is a replica.
This thing is... Are these real bullets? Oh, if this is real...
It looks like a weapon you would unlock in a JRPG. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of like a Bayonetta.
Yeah, or like a Final Fantasy game where you have a character in your party that exclusively uses revolvers because they're cool or whatever. A revolver? Called such because it has a revolving loading mechanism. That's where the word comes from.
Ah,
I didn't know that either.
the more you know.
This is an educational stream once again.
I know absolutely nothing of guns.
I know that they go pew pew.
You're not
That's a
gonna
lot
take
of
it?
knowledge. We're gonna leave it.
Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble.
Oh
Junpei
my
is pretty
god!
smart.
That is such a smart take on it.
It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage.
Yeah.
But if he leaves it and there is someone that will do bad in the group, they'll take it.
Okay, so then we have a whole dilemma of I don't want to take it because I think it's gonna cause some shit to happen. But if I don't take it, somebody might who would also be willing to use it.
Basically, if you really want to get rid of it, which I don't think is a good idea because it's probably there for a reason, which means it's probably a clue, is you would throw it in the water.
True.
But I wouldn't leave it here.
But what if one of the later puzzles requires you to shoot a target somewhere? Then I would never get out of there because I'm pretty sure it'd be a bad shot. Never used one.
Bullets to one person, gun to another. That is also a good idea.
True. True.
Just spread it out.
Also a fair point.
Everyone takes a part.
Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
But
See the
we're gonna
point?
take it.
Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping that something like that might happen.
I would still take it along. What if you need it?
I would take it along, try to escape, and then sell it for the big monies. Yeah.
In other words, maybe he put it here to make us fight each other.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me.
Did you just notice something?
What?
I have horrible news. Tifa is ace.
What?
There's one phrase you say more often than anything else. In that case, you know who else says in that case? This guy. And he's suspicious as hell.
Well, what can I say?
Tofu confirmed Mindmaster.
In that case, I guess I have to voice Ace from now on.
I'm okay with that.
Me neither.
Now we know.
Okay, we've got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave that key in there, are you?
Oh yeah, the key we're gonna grab.
Of course not. We'll take that with us.
At least we should check the revolver for like markings or something on it. What if there's a hint on it?
I know, right?
I mean, it has engravings. It's a rusty key. Doesn't look that
A rusty key. Maybe I can use this. I already knew Tifa was sus AF. Correct. Correct. There's a revolver in this coffin. What was this thing for?
Jumpy?
I know, I'll be there in just a minute. Where'd you find that revolver in that case? One with a key over there? Exactly, completely normal conversation to be having.
Okay, so...
Wait, we'll go back. Yeah, this screen... May I have the mouse for a second? So, we used the Pushmaster 5000 last time, so that we can jump on this, jump on that, jump over here, jump over the fence, and
How
then
did we
go
get
to the
back up?
coffin, okay? Cool, I can accept that, because jumping over here, that's doable. Even I should be able to do that. Who went over there that we just vaulted over here again? You are quite jumpy. I guess that's how he earned the name, from just jumping out of a stand.
You have a very good point. There's no way to climb back onto this chest without touching the fence.
Unless you can jump the height of one crate, just like that.
I don't think any one of them can.
Or we can all do like a wall run kind of thing and then jump off of that. Like hardcore parkour kind of thing.
This is the door we came from.
We should try to
There was a
go up there
door
and leave.
here.
Let's just put this key in here and yes! Sounds like that did it.
Yay! Looks like it's open, Jumpy. I see. Can you take a scan?
No.
This key should open this door.
Hey, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Yes. It's opening.
That was already open.
Maybe they jumped off on the far end behind the coffin. Oh, so they did a long jump. Possible.
It
Possible.
sounds even more dangerous because what if
Yeah.
you lose your footing when you land and
Long
fall
haul,
back against the fence?
You die.
Well, I don't know how
I would,
much.
I would
but
pull
just
off a
makes
long
it-
jump, but fall just short enough so that I plan face first into the electric fence. Get a nice grill mark on my face.
Twist the gun you found shoots portals.
Suddenly cross over.
That was also a really fun game, by the way. Wasn't there a new Portals coming?
No.
No?
Well, ish. I think it's like a fan-made game. There's one like that. And Nvidia re-released Portal 1 with slightly better graphics. Something like this.
Fair
I think.
enough. But that would be so handy here. Just
Yes.
imagine.
Portals would also be really handy in real life. Teleportation is pretty cool.
Life is like a raisin bread with a heart piece every now and then. That's kind of what it feels like in this ship.
This ship life is more than just one heart piece every now and then. There's a lot of heart pieces.
This ship is a super expensive raisin bread that is filled with raisins. Or with hard raisins.
What? Do you not understand what your own wisdom means?
Well, yeah.
Because I don't think it's about having hard raisins in there.
Well, it's a hard piece in it. Wouldn't that be a hard raisin?
No, I don't think so.
Sometimes raisins are a bit harder. What other hard piece, by the way, would be in raisin bread? Like, I don't like raisin bread, so I don't eat it.
I don't know, Tifa. It's a Dutch thing, so usually I'm with Bedinses here. Usually the raisins are the thing you want in there, because it's a raisin bread, right? I mean, the coffin laid on top of 2 crates. There's more height there. Yeah, but still.
Yeah, it still seems. Yeah. Alternatively, they moved the crates around and the artist just didn't want to redraw the scene.
Oh, they pulled a Danganronpa V3. Like, should we give them more time to do the art? It's good enough.
Unlike Jack, no one gets stuck on this anyway.
Let's check it out.
Apparently. I can accept that too.
Let's check out this hallway.
We've seen this elevator before.
At what point are we gonna bump into the Ninth Man and Snake? Again?
Not.
So Danganronpa series good? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Can absolutely
Unequivocally
recommend.
yes. Yeah.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Don't think you'll regret playing it.
If you like this game, there's a high chance you're gonna love Danganronpa. That's the closest I can say with the least amount of words. The hard part of raisin bread is if you forget to debone the raisins. I hate it when I do that. I hate that so much. And the raisins, they're so small and I need to get like my monocle and like 2 pincers and like, it's so finicky, but they're so tasty. Yeah.
But to be fair, raisins can be really hard.
Yeah. That's true.
Exactly. So couldn't that be the hard part in raisin bread?
To my understanding, you put the raisins in the bread. Usually, bread is a dough, right? There's liquid in there. So when the bread bakes, the water in there, the liquid in there usually evaporates or it expands. It has a lot of chemistry,
I think
like
this saying knows better.
physics stuff.
And it happens that there are hard pieces.
And from all the raisin bread I've eaten, that moisture mostly, usually, always, to use words you use sometimes, or phrases I should say, ends up in the raisins. The only time I've ever had a hard raisin in raisin bread was when the bread itself was old, not the raisin.
Well...
This is now a raisin bread stream.
The only bread with raisins I eat are lussekatter, a coffee bread eaten in Christmas times in Sweden. I have not heard of that, but it's...
Same, but I'm gonna try that if I ever get the chance, because that sounds like something I would enjoy.
It could be similar to some stuff we have in Germany. It has saffron in it. Okay, it's not similar at all.
She tried. She tried real hard to relate.
No, but here you also, around Christmas, have like stolle. What stolle? Like
It's a
breads
type of
with
cake.
raisins and stuff in it. But it doesn't
I
have
call it a
saffron.
cake.
Gotta Google that later.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room.
Yes, and after that we passed through the cargo room.
Imagine if we would have left off here on Friday, and then you had just done all of a recap, and then Ace starts the recap here as well. So what have we done now? Bit late, people. Bit late.
Yeah, but honestly, I expected after we opened the coffin, a whole story thing would come out. Like, if there was a mummy in that coffin, we wouldn't have heard the end of it yet.
Yeah, I fully expected another, oh, let me tell you about how physics all over the world changed in that one fateful moment. Then did I tell you about morphogenetic fields? No, no, no.
Basically that.
Titanic? Something like that.
And now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started.
Wow, could have made this recap so much faster.
Yeah. We went in a circle,
Hard
everybody.
to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Well, there's an elevator behind you. Is that the one we came through?
So, wait, the one thing we got that we didn't have before, if we did the loop, was the gun.
But unless we see something we can use the gun on.
I think I see two things you could use a gun on.
Like what?
The other people. That's usually what you use guns
Wow.
for, no?
Yeah, not in this game where you need people.
Perhaps we aren't able to activate it from this location.
Why don't you just try pushing the button?
Yeah,
That sounds logical.
That's a ranger cell statement. Have you been in the same elevator
works.
before?
Lo and behold, I think the one next to it.
Lo and behold?
Yeah.
Toilet and behold.
Lo and behold is a
I
thing.
think so.
Lo and behold.
Now
Oh
it's
my
Lou.
God.
Good. Now we can go back if we need to.
Oh,
What do we
Tifa.
do? Should we return to C deck?
Lo and behold, yeah.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's not a thing,
It
Tifa.
absolutely is.
No, this hallway keeps going. Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first. I agree. Let's go.
Remember in the puzzle
Oh,
room
we
where
have-
they basically said, hey, it appears we went through the tunnel and now we're on the other
Looks
side
like
of
it
the
ends
room
here.
above a conveyor belt? Statement that in real life would be met with, we know, we just did it. Which was helpful in this game. Yes. I do remember that, and I think my reaction was like, oh nice, we could have just told by looking at the map, and then we got stuck in the room multiple times because we didn't know which side we were on. So, yeah, I do.
Actually, being in the room would make it so much easier, yes. So it definitely helps.
Only one door.
That's a fancy
There
looking door.
isn't anything else. It's the only way to go.
All right, let's open it.
We haven't been here yet, have we? No. This is new.
In we go. Oh, we found door number 9.
door.
Look what we got.
But that means the other group will also end up in this hallway, no?
Well, either that or they are dead.
Or do we all have our own 9 door, basically? Can we even go through the 9 door? No, we can't.
Who do we have in our group? We have Santa, June, us, and Ace.
5, 3. An ace.
5, 3, 1.
We just
Then
need,
we need
to leave June behind. Bye, June. See you later.
We tried. Should have brought the gun. At least to shoot 0. Just saying. Then again, if I was 0, I'd be bulletproof. As in, wear bulletproof stuff and not give you the chance to shoot me.
Basically.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy.
Imagine if there was a red on the side that you could use.
I was looking for it, but I didn't see it until you said it.
You're welcome.
Vacant. Huh. We finally found it.
Jumpy!
Huh?
Look! Behind you!
And...
What? A 9 door. There's another one.
Oh, two 9 doors.
Why?
Wait.
Oh, and another coffin, by the way.
Wait a minute. Is there gonna be 2 9 doors, or are there gonna be a 9, 9, and a 9 door? Because 9, 9, 9? No? Just me?
Well, I wonder...
Could we all go through them?
Yeah, I think so. If
Oh
it's
God,
designed
maths.
for everyone to escape, then I can imagine we can make parties with everyone that would get to 9.
Wait, would that work?
I think it might work. But for now, let's see where this
no matter
ends
how
up.
you look at it.
There's gonna be 9 9 doors. Can we stop saying the word 9 now? It's losing its meaning to me.
9. That would make it even more difficult though. Imagine if you actually do have 9 doors, and then you need to pick which doors to take.
The red is there too. So this is a real one?
I think both are real.
Why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
Yes, Tifa? What are you trying to do?
There were always 2 doors.
What button did you press?
This one.
Oh,
The up arrow key.
oh, remind yourself of that the next time you skip my text. 1 plus 2 plus 8 is 4 times 9. So it's 36. 2 group of 9 pairs, like 1 plus 8, 4 plus 5, and everybody can escape.
Yeah, but that wouldn't work because you need a minimum of 3 people.
Exactly.
So we need to be able to get there with a group of 3.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only 1 door with a 9 on it.
That is correct.
It is
It's very
hidden,
true.
but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Of course, we just assumed that there was only 1. After all, why would there be more than 1?
Oh man.
More numbers.
Question is, where is the other group? Are they going to be
Fell for
able to meet us here so that we can go through the 9 doors? Or is the hallway we are in now completely disconnected from them? I mean, we've met up before.
Oh, Bedinsis was so nice and did the math for us, because I would have needed to actually write this down on paper. Like 1 plus 8 plus 4 plus 5 and 2, 7, 3 and 6. That makes sense.
That would work, except
Both of them are
that...
9 plus 9 is 18, digital root is 9.
Yeah, but 2 is dead. Oh, wait, we have 2's bracelet.
Bracelet. A bracelet.
Do we have 2's bracelet? No one
I
said
hope
we
so.
took the bracelet along.
Junpei didn't take it. That
Look, I'm
doesn't
gonna
mean...
assume we have the bracelet.
Exactly.
Yeah, then...
What's gonna happen? He explodes a second time?
Well,
2 is dead, I forgot. Don't worry, that is fine.
no, we...
If he actually is, maybe somebody took his bracelet along, like we expect happened with the 9th man. If he is dead, if he isn't, well, then I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back and go through the door with us. So either way, we can make it through there as long as the bracelet is around.
Yeah,
There are 2 doors.
we just need the other group now.
That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind. Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbers. 1 through 9. Divided into teams of 4 and 5 people. The digital root of both teams ends up being 9.
Okay, Junpei once again, the same conversation we were having.
Take 1, 2, 7, 8 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 for example. The digital root for
He thinks
both teams
fast.
would be 9.
I cannot do that in my head.
Not this fast. Not be like, oh, we need 2 groups of 9, then we do 1, 2, 5, 6, and then we do 3, 4. Oh yeah, that's 9. No.
Yeah,
that's not
if
how
I
that
was
works.
stuck in here, I would need a pen and paper. I would need to do the math on a wall for me to understand what I'm doing. So I cannot do the math.
Same.
2, 3, 4, 9 and 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. The digital root is still 9.
It's the solution you gave, no? Oh no.
No, but similar.
There are a bunch of combinations that work and
Several.
all end up the same way. If one team has the digital root of 9, so would the other one. What does that mean?
What
The
does
answer's
it
simple.
mean?
From the very beginning, the nonary game was designed to save all 9 people.
Or to give you the
Isn't that what I said?
impression to save all 9 people.
I want to believe we really
That's how
could
it was
have.
meant to be.
But why would you
Zero didn't lie.
set up the game then?
Social experiment. Because you know if you put people in a situation like this, they will end up killing each other.
Yeah, probably.
There's
But still.
no...
Nah. It's easier once you realize that you can divide them in pairs that has the sum of 9. Yeah, fair enough.
That still doesn't sound easy.
He
But
never
I'll take
said
it.
there'd be only one 9 door. But anyone who found themselves
That's
in
true.
the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out.
I mean, the wording was indicating a 9 door. I know that doesn't mean that there isn't another one, but
Well, yeah, you can only go through one door. In that
Yeah.
case, find a door with a 9 on
Correct.
it. Even if there are more.
One team would likely betray or deceive the other. Someone might be hurt. Someone might get killed. But eventually, they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was.
so the true 9 was the friends we made along the way.
There was no need to kill each other.
But we still need to get through.
Yes. Should.
This game was designed for that purpose. This nonary game. We were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning. But if there had been one slip-up, one tiny mistake that led to more, everything could have been so much worse now.
But still, I think we should go through the door first. Before we jump to conclusions.
So, what are we going to do, Junpei?
But we can't right now. I'm pretty sure the next dilemma is gonna be that the only way we can go through there is without June. And Junpei isn't going to. Unless
No,
the
but-
other group shows up, we're stuck here.
No, but I mean more before you make a sigh of relief because you're saved and it
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
there's-
meant to kill each other. We
Yeah,
don't know
there is
what's
still
behind
a
this door.
timer that we're sinking and we're gonna die. So, yes.
Oh, right.
Hey, keep it together, man.
Sorry.
Jeez. So what do?
What do you...
We need to think about our next step.
Go for the door.
I would say wait a moment.
Our numbers are 1, 3, 5, and 6. That's a digital root of 6.
Actually, go through the elevator now first. Or did we go through the elevator? Then
We
go back up and through the hallway because there was still more. Try to
Potentially, yes.
find the other group. Or find a place where the other group is.
Hey, Skinner has the digital root of 9. How thoughtful. I think Skinner is secretly 0.
Skinner predicted this.
Yes.
The 4 of us can't open the number 9 door.
The 4. Wait, don't tell me.
Yep. There's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door. That's why I'm asking, what now?
What now?
We get the choice to leave Junpei behind or
gotta
not.
go
Or
back.
Junpei.
Yes, Junpei decides to leave Junpei behind, meaning nobody can go through the
June.
thing.
Yep.
I agree. We cannot leave June behind.
Are you sure?
You know what would be hilarious? If we now locked ourselves into the ending where Junpei kills himself?
Is there even an ending like that?
I don't know, but in a situation like this, I wouldn't be shocked if there ended up being one where Junpei sacrifices himself so that they can get the bracelet to get through that door with June.
But why would Junpei sacrifice himself? If they can get through with his bracelet, then they still need to leave June behind. If they don't use his bracelet, then he also didn't need to kill himself.
Yeah,
like,
true. June can't even enter the room.
like no
Forget
matter
about
what
it.
we do, we lose.
I was trying to like dig into the most likely tropes that the game is gonna go with. Yeah, you have a point.
It's not gonna
I don't
happen.
mind staying.
It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest.
See, though? My hunch wasn't that bad.
Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Maybe I'll go
Wait.
to Atlanta.
Atlanta. Don't you mean Atlantis?
No, it's Atlanta.
Are you sure you don't mean Atlanta?
If only we pressed A.
Oh, right.
No, then I would not look as smart. Thank you for not pressing.
You guys.
Very well. Best we head back to C deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps
Hopefully.
Clover, Seven, and Lotus will have returned from door 1.
Yeah, we just need to find where our paths will cross again.
But even
Yep.
with all 7 of us,
Standing around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first, and then search for another solution.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once we have to rest, it's fine.
So
Come to think of it,
I still wonder what the big plot twist at the end is gonna be, because there has to be one.
There's gonna be something.
Like, we're so bent, so hell-bent on trying to get out of here, which makes perfect sense. It wouldn't be anything different if I was in this situation. But the whole, why is this happening? Who is Zero? What's the motivation behind all of this? How do they have access to all of this is like completely out of scope right now for us.
I bet Mame was behind it. How are you doing today?
Potentially, yes, because for 1 and 8 have a digital root of 9. It keeps happening, people. It keeps happening. Hello, Mommy. Happy Sunday. How are you doing?
Kind of makes you all suspicious. I'm just saying.
Yes, it does.
But no, in the end, it's gonna turn out that we are in Alice's nightmare, and she set all of this up. And we need to escape that, and then we just wake up once we solve the puzzle.
Junpei and the others are but a figment of a dream as Alice lay in her coffin, affecting
Exactly.
the morphogenetic fields of everything around her. Let's find out.
I have a feeling I won't even be able to guess it.
Got a hunch?
what
Thank you
is
very
this
much for
room?
that clip.
Appreciate it.
We were so focused on the doors, we didn't even look around.
Also true.
True.
This looks like a chapel or like a church kind of thing.
Well, we didn't even wonder about the coffin that was on the other side.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony.
We didn't even open it.
But what kind?
Not yet. I mean, those are pews.
See?
A coffin? What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
Why didn't we wonder the same thing about the coffin in the warehouse? And why are we surprised to see a coffin at a place that looks like you would put a coffin, but not at a coffin in a bloody warehouse?
Because this one seems to have some sort of deeper meaning given the candles around it.
Or why are we shocked at seeing a second coffin? Let me phrase it like that. Like, we're acting like we haven't seen a coffin yet.
I have to say, instead of thinking about that, let's give him credit for being so focused on the task. Because they came into this room, saw the 9 doors, and immediately went to the puzzle solving part. Like, how do we get out of this alive? Not being distracted by the things that are distracting us.
That is very true. I would be. I've seen the movie Titanic. They had a sermon there at one point. It makes sense there would be on board, blah blah blah.
An on-board chapel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, especially on a ship that big. I mean, they would have everything. But I mean more like, why are we shocked at another coffin? If this was
Because-
the first coffin we've seen, I would get it.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, Junpei, the hell are you doing? Let's move.
Right, okay. I'll be right there.
Can we check the coffin first one? Because I feel like we should.
A puzzle for later, I suppose.
Dun, 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 dun. Loud knocking. Oh no, don't, no, I hate this. No.
And then Snake is gonna be in there. The real snake is gonna be in that box.
Oof. Bet that they're all former fellow students of each other. And they're secretly in a killing game set up by the 10th student lying hidden somewhere within the school. One they call the ultimate despair. Where have I seen something like this before?
That is a really good guess.
Yeah.
Don't we have a command for that?
Hope it is not a dang and one per spoiler if I ever tried. Not really.
No, it's not.
7 in Lotus.
It's a line, if anything, you will hear 100 times.
Yes.
And
Yes.
not even in the first few games.
Press buttons.
We've got a problem.
Clover is gone.
What?
Why?
What do you mean, gone?
How did Clover disappear?
Alright, wait. Is there a reason behind this? Clover is 4, Snake was 2, the 9th man.
Clover's 4.
Yes, I was thinking Clover is 4, Snake was 2, the 9th man is 9. I mean, if you think of it like this, Clover is 4, Snake was 2, 2 plus 4 is 6. The pair whose number makes 6 is missing, and the 9th man is missing. 6, 9, 69. Nice plot you've got there.
When?
Smart.
It's like, where on earth are you going?
I saw a 6 and a 9 in my head and I had to go for it. I'm a simple man.
Why?
But that's a good question. Where did Clover
You
go?
went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you?
Yeah,
a good
we went
question.
through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
But wait, that's already something that's wrong. Everyone that goes in needs to contribute equally.
No, everybody has to contribute.
So wait, June didn't contribute in our rooms.
So you're saying
She
June
was
is a
just
spy?
sitting there being sick. No, but that's a loophole in the rules, I would think. I mean, June didn't do shit.
Or
What,
maybe
what
she
did
did.
June do?
Or maybe she did and we don't realize it. Or maybe whoever is doing the oversight on this wonderful group project that is happening in this game is very lenient on the rules.
Well, it could be that it's just a rule to scare you into doing things
Yes.
and carry your weight. But if Clover just did her thing the whole time as well, then she didn't pull her weight, which means technically she didn't stick to the rules.
Or Tifa could press the space bar and we could find out where they're trying to go with this.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She
Okay.
just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
Okay, so she did say do something.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
Oh! Where have I experienced that before, huh, Lotus? Wow.
Yeah, but she did it on purpose. That's
Wait.
the...
Did you just 4 and 2 add in the fact that the whole mastermind is called 0 and you get 420? Really nice plot. I know. I wouldn't say that math was far-fetched, but you had to reach pretty high to get there. See what I did? It's nothing that suggests that everyone must contribute in the rooms. That would take away a lot of gameplay from the player. Also true.
No, it definitely said it in the rules, that everyone that goes in has to contribute. But unfortunately it's not in the files. Because I'm quite sure that was one of the rules.
May I? Because I think it's... That's not the thing I'm looking for. Yeah, I can't find it. I know what Tifa is trying to say, but... I think I read something like this. Never said what they had to contribute. Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, that is fair.
So I'm
I
gonna
contribute.
keep going with this. Like, there is somebody who checks what the people in there are doing and they're just very lenient with it.
I contribute my presence.
That can be enough. You can be a catalyst to the greatness of everybody else in the room.
I agree.
If they exhale in the room, they contributed air. True.
Yeah, that is true. But then it's a stupid rule to already put in there, no?
But
Then you might as well leave it out.
Maybe it's like you yourself said, Tifa. it's in there so that nobody just slacks off.
Yeah, I guess. But it would... Yeah, you know what, never mind.
Waited for a while,
Pressing
but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
And she was gone.
Ah.
But
Don't science shame me? Yes, do science shame me.
Clover wasn't there.
There was a door on the other wall.
So you get from math shaming us.
Okay, so Clover decided to go off on her own for whatever reason.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
But why?
But
She's trying to find her brother's killer, which I understand. But leaving by herself
so that
doesn't...
means she solved all the puzzles and left the room through the exit. Doesn't that mean everybody else can just follow her because the exit is open?
They're probably gonna say that in a moment why they couldn't.
We'll make you do exponents and hex. No, you won't.
Thank you.
You will try to, and I will ignore them. They didn't say that it's a rule everyone needed to contribute, more that if they don't all contribute, they won't make it in 9 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that makes more sense too.
That makes sense. I mean, it's in your best
Interest
to
help
do it.
each other. Yes.
we ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. We figured that much out.
Okay.
You haven't found her yet.
gone.
When did this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
I like how we're kinda same speed on all rooms.
Yeah, I think for storytelling purposes it has to be something like that.
It makes
You
sense.
haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't.
Very well then. We'd best separate and look for Clover. We haven't much time left. Let's begin.
Okay, so Clover is also going to end up dead?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
At this point.
Bit of a random question, but have you watched the game show Fort Boyard? Does that air where you live?
I've never
I
heard
have,
of
when
Okay.
it was on over here when I was a kid. Yes.
it. What show is it?
If I recall correctly, it's kind of like Takeshi's Castle in the sense that you have a group of people who are in a location and they need to solve these like puzzles, and some of the stuff involves physical activity like running around and doing stuff. I don't recall
Okay.
the rest of it, but I do remember that this Fort Boyard place was kind of like, I don't know, like Alcatraz. It was like a jail castle thing out in the sea, no? If I recall correctly.
I have
something
never
like
heard
that.
of it still. I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's a bit like this?
Kind of, except for the people they
Besides the
signed
life
up
and death
to be there and
situation.
they didn't get kidnapped. Yeah. I don't recall much of a puzzle.
I sure hope so.
As far as we know, maybe they signed NDAs and just weren't allowed to talk about it.
That is true.
No, she isn't.
There's no sign of her. Let's go.
Are we going in a choose where we want to search again?
Apparently
Alright.
not.
I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good.
I see what they're trying to achieve, but I've watched horror movies and somebody's gonna end up dead.
I think Clover is gonna be dead.
But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
People might overhear.
What is she trying to do?
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
Oh, the water.
Jumpy.
Rose again.
No, it's nothing.
No?
All right, I'm going then.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Why did we have that water shot?
I think it was supposed to signify Junpei looking off into the distance or flustered. But I don't know. It's set on a jail castle out by the French coast. There are cells where you must collect 7 keys which are later used to enter the tiger cave to get the treasure. Oh!
Is that still an active game show? Because you mentioned watching it as a kid.
That must have been like 20 years ago, unless they did like a reboot, I think.
Do they still air that? Or do they still make new episodes? Let's say it like that.
You
At least they don't
beautiful
air.
too, Jumpy.
Wait, how does she get to ask us to use her name and she calls us Jumpy?
Because Jumpy has always been our nickname.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, got it.
Isn't this like a pretty big thing in Japanese culture? Calling her by her first name and then even with a nickname?
We're childhood friends though.
So? Isn't that still kind of a big step?
Yeah, but we were already at that step.
Talking to, how do you pronounce it? Kani? Kani? I think it's Kani. The person who I know was enough to make Junpei turn his head away and look at something wet. Bum chicka wow wow.
I still find that a really odd moment, but I think this is a good screen to take a short break.
I think that's a horrible idea and that's why we should do it. In that case...
Breaks strike when one least expected.
Exactly. BRB.
BRB. And we're back.
I love that we're doing this together now. Skinner, if you can still hear us, thank you for the log. Reading up on
Cheers.
Fort Boyard
Enjoy.
on Wikipedia. Last German season was in 2018, Dutch in 2014. A new season is being filmed for Swedish audiences.
I'm guessing it was more popular in Sweden.
I'm shocked it was still
To
running
reboot
as
it
of 5 years ago. Impressive. Reminded of it when watching this game. It's also a historical setting with different rooms where challenges must be accepted. Question is who inspired who first? Maybe 999 is just a rip-off of Fort Boyard. We just uncovered this thanks to you live here on the stream. How can you measure coolness by percent? With a thermostat. Are you ready, Tifa?
We're just that good at calculating percentages.
Yes, just not anything else.
Shrift, how are you doing today?
Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else.
I made my glasses work worse.
Wow. Thanks for ruining my moment, Tifa. Take your time. What's B3% of 1790A?
That's not the
Exactly.
point right now.
If you ever hear me say sentences like this, please call for help, because there's a high chance that I am severely intoxicated and should get my stomach pumped empty.
I'm smelling burnt toast.
Yes, a lot of it. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. He opened the elevator door and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp and her skin, smooth and pale as always, was covered in bright red blood. Did I not say the moment they split up, somebody gonna end up dead?
That is true. I think you even mentioned Lotus. Did you? Did you say Lotus was gonna die?
No, I said Lotus would be Alice. If the coffin
Oh,
was
okay.
empty, it was gonna be Lotus.
Why would you kill someone at this point?
Because she's a bitch.
I mean, but why would you now? We're so
Pretty
close to the end. Why would you?
I have no idea. You get a hunch apparently. Yeah, I've played a couple of games like this. And I've watched a lot of movies. No, not a lot, but enough.
Oh, Matanart coming in hot with
Oh.
the answer.
5,
How do you even calculate that?
180.08. I can't even tell you if that's made up or not. Junpei felt his chest constrict.
Do you want me to press?
No, I really don't. That's why I'm reaching over here. You can't see this, but my arm is over here. He couldn't breathe and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. His mind went blank, all his thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse, no rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind told him that meant she had been killed recently. And you know what's shaking me? That I now get Mortenard's reply. You sneaky son of a gun.
Holy shit.
If you didn't already have a VIP badge, I would have given it to you now, and if I could, I'd given you a second one now.
Yeah. Mortenard's playing some 3D chess here, some 4D chess.
Yes. I was like, I looked at the math and like I said, I couldn't tell if it's real or not, but damn, dude, damn. Yeah.
First of all, Lotus better not actually be dead. Second, that's boobies. Yeah.
Yeah. I was being naive and I just looked at numbers. I can't believe that adding a decimal point was enough to throw everyone off. It worked.
Even if you didn't add it, it would have thrown me off.
Yes.
Because I don't automatically read it the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, damn, Mortenard actually calculated it. Okay, you just throw that in Google and it spits out the answer.
Wonderful. Had to come out of lurking to congratulate Mortenard on this massive win. Yes. Yes. Percentages are explicitly based on 100. It's nonsense to ask Roman Hex. I don't know that. Could have fooled me. Computers hate this one trick. Yes. Oh, I only got it now. See? That's where it's so genius.
How brilliant it is.
Back to my food and anime. Skinner, did you get summoned back because somebody wrote boobies in chat in numbers flipped upside down? Yes.
Skinner's booby alarm went off.
Mortenard, I wish that one day in my life I will wake up and I will just come to the realization that I possess a fraction of your power like that. Insanity. Alright, back into this.
Yeah, I'm still... Also...
Let me move. How do you text?
Oh, then go ahead.
You still?
Did she get stabbed right under the boobs? That seems like such a painful place.
She got shot in the chest. Like right here.
That seems like a really bad place.
Yes.
To get shot. Oh, but true.
That's the point of that generally, Tifa.
Someone went back and grabbed a revolver then.
Yeah, and there's only 3 people who knew about the revolver.
How do you even know she got shot? No, you don't know.
I'm guessing.
If we gave the others a recap too.
True, and we don't know if they maybe also found one. We just assume that there's only one. Yeah, lungs. Ranger, do your lungs also sit in the middle? Because usually they're on the left and on the right side, no?
I would think it's right in between the lungs.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point.
I have a feeling the game will tell us at some point. Yes.
You cannot stand on one leg. Well, Lotus isn't standing on any legs anymore.
Too soon. Yeah.
Darn.
Yes, Junpei thought his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest.
Oh, cut. She hasn't been shot.
I mean, I guess they don't fully show us this for reasons, but yeah. Stabbed in the boob and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. It took me a second to realize what the lyrics. The chest cavity has a hole. The negative pressure will crush the lungs.
Well, this all sounds like it sucks. But she wasn't shot in this case?
I think I understand what you're trying to say. But that sucks. Either way, she's dead.
She's dead, yes.
Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife then? Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Lastly, let's discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so.
And seriously, everyone wants to go through the doors. What's the point of killing someone to get their bracelet?
It's Ace. It's Ace. Now it's obvious, right?
Why is it obvious now?
Ace was in the group that entered the room where the 9th man died. Assuming Ace, smart mofo that he is, picked up 9's bracelet, he now has 2. His, 1, and the other 9 together.
No, we don't know
Digital
who
root.
has number 2.
Together, the digital root is 10, makes 1. He has 2 bracelets. He cannot open a door by himself. You need at least 3 bracelets for that. If Ace, in possession of the 9th bracelet, kills Lotus, whose number is 8, he now has 3 bracelets. He can freely open doors by himself because he needs 3 of those damn things. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 9 is 18. Digital root of 18 is 9. He can leave by himself.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Ace.
But I still don't get why. Everyone wants to get through those doors.
Because Ace just pretends to be a nice guy and he's actually a huge piece of shit.
So in the end, Clover is now the one that caused all of this, because he probably didn't want to wait on finding Clover. It took too long, so he's taking matters into his own hands so that he can leave by himself.
I mean, we don't know his motive.
It's Clover.
Maybe he's just always been a piece of shit. Maybe he's just afraid of dying, which I fully understand as a motivation. Maybe it's what you just said, the fact that we're taking forever and he's freaking out. All of them make sense. There's only one way we'll find out.
1. You escape from this ship. 2. For Hartley, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the backside of the mirror's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
And that's what I was thinking earlier when he supposedly drugged himself. That might have also been a ploy to get the bracelet off of his arm. But we saw him later use it, so that he didn't do that.
Yeah, I get that, but it wouldn't have worked.
It depends on the drug. Again, there are actual, in real life, drugs that slow your heart to a point where you could be mistaken as dead.
Yes, I know, but he couldn't have taken off his bracelet then.
It's anime, they can do whatever they want.
No, they can't.
Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life?
Not in the game, which is based on logic.
Why do I have a feeling something's gonna happen that just defies all logic? Like, I don't know, morphogenetic fields?
The puzzles are based on logic, at
Yes,
least.
the puzzles, not the plot.
Yeah, but they wouldn't add something like this in it that isn't logic.
I would. If I wrote this game, I would do stuff like this. So that they might have a number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Or Breckle, as Tifa calls him.
Breckle?
Isn't that what you said earlier?
Don't think so.
I think you did. Yeah, I'm gonna check that later. Or perhaps, more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining bracelet number 8. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The thought that had only just entered Junpei's mind when he heard a noise. A sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat.
Oh shit, did we get struck?
It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain, there was heat, extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body.
Fuck, we're getting
Finally,
killed.
His brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus now had done the same to Junpei as well.
Damn, is this going to be our bad ending?
His voice was little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. Ace.
We're getting stabbed more times.
But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. Two tiny images of a killer reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body.
Damn.
And without a word climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone.
Fuck. I have to admit, you were correct. Junpei died.
I called it.
Not even like an explanation. Okay,
Bad end.
It has to be Ace, but it could also
Ace.
be June.
Bracelet only comes off if your heart is completely stopped. Soporil, the drug they talked about him using, just put someone to sleep. Good to know.
Jack had this whole theory that he would lay on the bed and have his arm fall to the side and then the bracelet would slip off while he's sleeping. Wouldn't have worked regardless, it's still Ace. If it's not Ace, I think it's going to be June. But seeing how we don't get an answer with the bad end...
Yeah, I like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I kind of like that we got killed, yes.
Everything made sense. It was so well written. Everything made sense. Oh no, another person has gone missing. What should we do? Let's split up. No, you're all dead. You are all dead the moment you split up. It's the dumbest thing possible.
I like how everyone got this ending first. Is this like is the first ending set?
No.
Oh.
Congrats on finishing the game. Now do it again, and that's the plan. Afterwards, I speculated about the plot. What I wrote down at the time was why the murderer wanted Lotus's bracelet. I don't know, since it could have been anyone who, after the exit door had been found, figured we have the exit, I can escape, murder acceptable, regardless of who zero is. I think it's Ace, because he had the most time to prepare for this.
It was Ace. Why did he kill Junpei? I would guess...
Because Junpei figured it out. Or had a chance of figuring it out.
Yeah, I think we were too much of a risk, especially after having just found the body. And it probably has to do with the area as well. Junpei
actually solved the puzzles in the room. Indicating, I would think, to a prospective killer, murderer kind of person, like, hey, this guy actually puts one and one together. So... let's get rid of him, because if there is somebody capable of tying all of this to me, it's this person.
Yeah, but I really want to put it on Ace. I mean, it's been kind of suspicious from the start, but I'm starting to wonder if Ace isn't too obvious at this point. June was the one that went through the elevator to go to a different deck.
Yes, because we told her to.
Yeah, and the killer came and went through the elevator.
Yes.
So who says it's not June at this point too? Ace is still main suspect. If it's not going to be Ace, my guess is on June.
It's the simplest math, just from the top of my head. Have you had fun so far? Yes. I really enjoy this game. I didn't think I would love it as much as I am.
I'm a bit shocked by this ending. I really expected some kind of answers, not the like you die, you're never getting out, you're not getting an answer to anything at all.
I am shocked and not shocked. I mean, I haven't played too many visual novels. I know that you die, bad ending is a thing that occasionally happens. But I love how it was done. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I mean, I hate that we got the bad ending. We needed to get it at some point because I think you need all the endings to get the real ending. So that's good. Got one out of the way, but...
I am ready to play it more times. But I don't think what you're saying there is correct, Evie. The killer now has the 8 bracelet, 5 bracelet and their own bracelet at a minimum.
Yeah.
Because we weren't dead yet when the killer left. Our last moment
he doesn't
was
have a 5
watching...
one because he doesn't need it.
Yeah, our last moment was watching the killer walk off into the elevator and leave. But we weren't dead yet, so he couldn't have taken off our bracelet.
Yeah.
Which means he left our bracelet, which also makes it more likely that it's Ace, because he already has the digital
Because he
root
doesn't
of mine.
need it,
There's
and
no need to take it.
if somebody else were to happen on the murder scene in good old Among Us fashion, that would be a good way to throw him off. Because why does Lotus not have a bracelet anymore, but Junpei does? I mean,
Yeah, but
once you do the math, it all works out, but...
if that is what you're aiming for, you should have taken the bracelet, because...
It depends on what story you made up to explain it away.
Yeah, but now you need to think, okay, these bracelets were taken, these were not. Which number can be made with the bracelets that were taken? It's the most logical way of thinking.
True, if it...
So by not taking our bracelet,
Yeah.
you fuck yourself over in the end.
If he had taken, again going with its ace, if he had taken the 5 bracelet as well, 8 and 5 is 13, he could have pinned it on June.
But on the other hand, again, he doesn't need to. He has the bracelet. All he needs to do now is go straight to door number 9
Yeah.
and leave.
I think at that point, really, it's about speed. You don't need the 5 bracelet. You needed the 8, you have the 2, you have your own. Run for the door.
Which made it
Nothing
even
else
shittier.
matters. Just
There was
go
no need to
through
kill us.
the door.
Didn't need to kill us, man. We
Yes.
could have had answers.
Because we could have stopped him.
We were too busy looking at the body. There was plenty of time to go through door 9, scan the door, and get in.
Clearly not, because Ace disagreed with us, and to the point where he stepped us in the back. Yeah, he was so close to getting the same first ending I got. Well, are you ready to play 8 to 10 more times? Yes. Actually, yes. Bam. Now...
Can you get the same endings, though?
Yeah, if you do the same choices.
What if we take a different route, but still end up here?
You can't. That doesn't work.
If it was Ace who killed Snake, what was the point of taking the 2 bracelet? Honestly, we don't know if the 2 bracelet is gone, right? Do you
We
remember?
don't know if the 2 bracelet was gone. It was never mentioned.
I don't recall the conversation. Was the bracelet still there, yes or no?
Junpei didn't check. We played in adventure mode and it wasn't specifically mentioned.
I don't
Couldn't tell
remember.
you.
But if he didn't know how it would go towards the end, you can never have too many bracelets. I mean, having more is better than needing it later.
Yes.
But at this point, after Lotus, he's kinda...
Yeah. If only you could press A. It's spacebar. And in a moment. I just heated my dinner. Enjoy, please.
What you gonna have for dinner?
Meanwhile, we have reached one ending.
We did it! We got an ending!
This game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure to save your progress now to retain all information you've acquired. Memory of Escape has been added to the title screen. Memory of Escape enables you to replay the escape rooms you have completed.
Okay.
Would you like to save the info you obtained during this playthrough after saving the game will restart from the beginning? Please select the save slot. Yes. Chicken and rice. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Access the flowchart to... I did not read the text. So I... Wait.
Can you now press on there to get back?
Yeah, the question is, where do you want to start off?
Well, I would say at the beginning and then take room number 4.
How about we get the other ending first?
Oh, like that. But what choice? We didn't make any choices here.
Apparently we did. Was there a choice?
There was no choice.
Where
I think this is already influenced by some other choice we made. Because when it was like, oh, what do you think? Do we leave June behind? Then it was like, oh, no way. That was automatically. When we were like, oh, let's search for Clover, there wasn't a choice.
Damn, wait, you're right. There is something affecting this.
May have been based on what door you went through last. Yeah, exactly. I think there's more.
Oh,
but wait. At least go to the very first one where the choice between door 4 and 5 were made.
This is the intro of the game. I do not want to do this. Wait.
Flow?
File.
No, flow.
Flow.
Can you go here?
Yes.
Because then this time I say we go to room number 4. What was it? 5?
So we start from the actual beginning.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
Yeah, like take the other route and then see where we can go. Because there was no choice.
I'm pressing buttons because I'm hoping that there is a...
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All
Is there
we're
a
doing
skip
is
button?
talking.
There.
Talking won't solve anything. You're really sure you
I
want
think
to
the
sit
pink
around?
tiles are the choices.
Let's have a look. Has been a while.
Oh, flow.
Pink is escape rooms.
Those are actual
Guess.
puzzles?
This here makes sense. There we had the choice to go through 1 of 3 rooms. This ends up here. I mean, we will go through this multiple times anyway, but what messes with me is the fact that there's a split in the fork here and I don't know what choice we made. Unless...
The choice was before, but what?
There's a lock on it. Yes.
You can't go there yet. Oh, maybe we need to do things from other doors first before we can make a choice there.
Okay, let me ask this differently for those of you that have actually gotten all the endings. Is the smartest way to start from the earliest point? Or to start at a fork? Because I'm confused about which way is the most efficient way.
Personally, I think from an earlier point makes more sense. Don't think it matters,
Alright.
okay?
So then let's just stay here and go through this and try to go for the ones we haven't done yet.
Yeah, I think that's the most logical
Alright.
choice.
So I just skip through the text
You can teleport
like
around.
this
Very well.
Sure enough.
until we get to the choice.
Thanks.
Correct.
Yeah, the only downside now is
Who's going to...
the
Oh yeah.
story gaps, I
Then
guess.
it would...
Wait,
Story
I'm telling
gaps?
you now.
Come on now.
Call me if I'm going to have to walk through all that blood.
That's why I was wondering, should we go back to the thing we just did earlier and then see if there was a choice, but there wasn't one.
There wasn't a choice.
Sorry.
So then let's just keep going with this.
Yeah, let's just start at the first one,
Fine.
do both paths and try to unlock it more and more.
Don't we made
How do you...
Game wants you to play through all the puzzle rooms. Yeah,
There's nothing
Yeah,
that
makes
does make
sense.
sense.
like 7. And if you...
7, the digital.
This game has a fast forward button. It has a faster speed button,
Let me... No.
but not a...
How do I bring up the menu?
The 4 of us can go into
Okay,
door
it's not
5.
tab.
Wait, what about the...
Look, our 8.
I can
That means there's no way we... Wait, so
press like this.
It's 4. Add up.
Then
Yeah.
So the
At least I can do this.
snake. Lotus.
Oh, that goes fast enough.
The problem is if I just mash like this, there's a high chance I will mash through a choice.
Seems I'm going...
Which you did earlier.
where are
The door.
Yeah, but that was just maths.
Stop here.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
The game even tells you which ones you've chosen already.
That is really handy.
Did I say that I love this game? I would like to tell you again that I love this game.
That is handy.
So,
Door 5 it is.
then we do
Hey,
that.
wait. I want to go through door 5 too.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy?
And then from here,
But Chikoshi is pretty good. Yes, he is.
that's so handy.
You're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
No, it's okay. You go through the other door.
Does that even work?
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Oh, wait a second. With this whole flow and revisiting puzzles and parts of the story thing. Remember when we first started the game, we were talking about like, oh, I said I want to go with June to make sure that she survives.
Mm-hmm.
She survives up until the last doors anyway.
Yeah.
And now we know.
Oh, like
We
that.
didn't know that before. Because if the stories were different, then there should also be a fork in that road, no?
I don't think so, honestly. Well, it could be, but I'm not sure if it would be that different because
It would have to be, because otherwise if you go back now and reload a later state,
Yeah, but
how
it's-
does the game know who is alive and who isn't? If
at
that
some
was
point
different.
they reconnect again.
Yes, that means by that time the setting all has to be the same, except for the choices that the game gives you.
Yeah, but
I think that is the difference.
I think Snake will die in all of them, if I recall, with the 3 paths. I think he dies somewhere in the middle, which all lead to 1 again.
Yes,
And then starting there, it starts to differ. So it
Basically
could be
that.
that Lotus isn't the one that's going to die later.
true. And us, hopefully. But let's go through this door first.
Well,
I think June dying is going to be one of the endings.
Probably.
Please, let me go into door 5.
Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that?
As a matter of fact, yes we are. Now that you mention it.
Does 7 know?
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
I'm curious to see how Snake will do in the rooms.
Oh, ooh, wait. I think I see where we're going with this. If we go through door number 5, 5 must be subtracted. The easiest way I can make a 5 happen is with Clover and Ace. Meaning, again, we don't get to go together with Ace in the beginning.
Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
See?
Oh, all right. That's fine.
Now we still don't get to go with him.
And that is suspicious too. Like now thinking that
This is
he
not
would
suspicious.
kill us later, it's like, really?
This is not suspicious. It's just thrown off that
You
he's
need
leaving
to listen
Clover.
to me, Clover.
I think it's suspicious.
Go
is
to
not
door 4
suspicious.
with the others.
no!
Don't be so selfish.
Why?
Because we need to make a 5 happen.
You'll be fine. Just relax.
What did he tell her?
Okay, I understand.
Tum tum tum.
I'm beginning to suspect everybody now.
Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14.
Makes
And the
5.
digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. And
Oh,
those
I
going
thought
to
Snake
door
was
4
sleeping.
are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover.
Hey, a full group.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22. And the digital root of 22 is 2 plus 2, 4. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
I mean, not everybody,
Okay.
because Clover clearly had a problem with it.
Yes. Let's do it. All right then.
You'd think as a solution you would ask us
The
to
lever's
please
all that's
reconsider and go into that door.
I mean, she kind of did. She did voice her problem with this. It's just that Snake.
Not to us
Overruled.
directly.
Yeah, but Snake took care of it.
Okay. All right then, let's go.
Okay. Please be careful.
We will.
Now we can get stuck in rooms all over. I'm looking forward
It's
to it.
open.
Do I get the keyboard back?
Oh.
No.
Wow.
That's messed up.
That was the 9th man.
Oh, wait. Okay. I think I'm beginning to understand how the options later open up when we redo the flowchart thing. By us going through here, Ace never gets the 9th bracelet.
Well,
Or
we
does
still
he?
don't know whether he has. So how about you press A and we're going to find out who takes it. Because our suspicion was that Snake grabbed it first.
Let's hope Snake is helpful in finding the dead system. According to Clover, he can hear, I think it was that he can hear just good enough so that he can basically see like Daredevil, so we'll find out.
I'm curious to see how this will work.
Well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Snake cutting straight to a chase.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Damn it! The countdown started!
That looks pretty nasty.
Shit, the door!
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
How the hell should I know?
Stay calm. Look around you.
Start searching.
Okay, I get it.
He has a point.
Found it. Right here!
Also, you would be fucked in a situation like this.
Why?
Whenever there's something laying right on the table and I ask Jack to go get it, he doesn't see it. They go grab me the scissors from the table, and then it's like, oh, there are no scissors here. I can't see it. And then I have to go there. And then I'm like, thank you for the scissors, which were right here on the table.
Could it be that potentially Tifa actually already holds the item she asks me to get for her, and then after
No.
I cannot find it, she
No, that
goes
is not
to
an
the
option.
place and places the object there so she can tell all of you right now heinous lies about me once again. I think
You know it.
I think that's something she would do. I'm just saying.
Well, it looks like it stopped.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
Jumpy, are you all right? Are you guys okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Thank you.
fine.
The detonators have been deactivated.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
Goodbye through the metal door.
And they're gone.
Meh. If you know where something is, it's easy to find. If you don't know, it can be really challenging. Exactly. Exactly. Like if you don't know how to use your washing machine because somebody hid the manual from you. She was going to lie. Why would she have to pull off a stunt with the scissors IRL first? Because this way, when she tells you the story, you cannot tell that she's lying because she created a scenario in which she
You're
isn't
salty.
lying.
But that's always the case, though. Like when you're searching for an item, you always see it until you need it.
Yes, and then when you're looking for it, it's gone. Because Tifa has it.
Then suddenly it's invisible.
Because Tifa has it.
You're just really bad at it.
Because Tifa has it.
Whenever I
Looks
ask
like we
you
can go any further this way.
to find an item, there's like, I would say a 90% chance of me having to get it myself.
Unless it's the remote, because that's always under Tifa's butt. On the couch.
I
Always.
cannot deny that.
I don't know why you keep putting it like right next to you like that.
I have no clue.
Maybe this wall can be moved.
Which wall are we pushing?
Or not.
Oh, that one.
It's not budging.
I guess the iron thing at the end.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a door over there.
How was their first instinct to try to push this thing versus going through this door?
Also, I thought we would have said something about the 9th guy, but we're completely ignoring it, including his bracelet.
A first-class cabin, huh?
I would argue that most people who are in a situation where they are forced to go past the remains of another living being will avert their eyes. No, Tifa, we're not talking about you who would look and check and understand that there is a point in investigating, especially in a situation like this. But a lot of people, like me, would rather just go past it and try to achieve some sort of normalcy where you don't need to look at this. Yes. I would not want to. It's the same reason, I think, why on a highway people avert their eyes when there's a roadkill. You don't want to look at a corpse.
I guess no, but you're kind of walking over someone here.
True, technically in this scenario, just worse if you ask me.
Also very true.
In a stressful situation, people are prone to make suboptimal choices. Plus that.
That is also true, but if the bracelet was laying on the ground, wouldn't you at least take that or mention it or...
How do you see it? It's probably buried under still warm human pulp.
I suppose that is true.
Out of the 3 people who are in this room there with us, I believe, just based on looks, the only person who might occasionally touch things that have recently become deceased is 7, because based on the scars and the outfit, I think he's a fisherman. So like chopping off heads and taking out guts, I think that's part of a job a lot of the time.
That could be, yeah.
Snake to me doesn't seem like a surgeon or somebody who deals with dead things, and certainly not Junpei.
Okay, so let's just assume Snake. No, it wouldn't be Snake. Snake wouldn't be able to see it. Someone sniped it. Okay.
Nobody did. We just walked past it. Also, that guy was a living guy walking among them just minutes ago. Yes, plus that. Despite him being a weirdo who attacked them with a knife, almost killed one of them.
Yeah, I guess in a situation like this, you just turn off your brain for a moment.
Yeah, a knife goes in, guts come out. That's the short and simple of it, yeah.
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then, shall we?
B-53 first class.
Oh, so we're in the fancy cabins.
Yeah. It's a quote from The Simpsons.
Let's go.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's on the roll.
Oh. I don't want to look, but...
Oh? Is Junpei gonna find it? Oh wait, the last time we were in a situation like this, people told us to check the novel thing. Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
It's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What once had been a man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit. As though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe a thing on the floor had once been human. A black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward, twisted tangle of shredded intestines, the head wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
There's the items.
He did find it. Okay.
That's an awfully clean bracelet, but okay.
A man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and the frame bent and distorted. And next to the glasses lay a bracelet with number 9 still displayed on its face.
Bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only
You can skip this bit. We literally just listened to it.
True. In a
Bracelet
different
comes off when you're dead. But what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this?
Think about it, Junpei. Please take it along.
Just imagining how it must have happened. This
Are we going to?
was a human.
Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
Oh god. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
I don't think he does.
He clapped his hand over his mouth and ran to a first-class cabin. Okay, I'm guessing in this scenario, Snake becomes the killer.
No, don't think so.
7 seems too much of a straightforward kind of person from the scenes we've had with him in our first playthrough. Snake,
Snake would be at too much of a disadvantage.
Okay, well, maybe not killer, but if somebody picks up the 9th bracelet, it's gonna be Snake in this scenario. Because Junpei was talking out loud to himself. This game is nice enough that when there's an inner monologue happening, the screen changes and you can tell it's an inner monologue. So Junpei was actually saying these things out loud. And I think Snake is more likely to listen to Junpei having that conversation with himself.
Yeah, but I disagree. If this was an area Snake was familiar with, I would say yes. Totally optional, but I really don't think he's going to be the killer without knowing his surroundings. There's too much that could work against him, like if he doesn't
That's why I said maybe not killer, but he picks up the 9 bracelet.
Well, that could be an option, but I also don't think he's going over the floor searching for what feels like the bracelet. And if he does, we should be able to notice that he's going to be covered in blood, because there is no way that's avoidable.
That's why he doesn't crouch down and crawl over the floor to pick it up. Here's what's gonna happen. There will be a puzzle section, obviously, where it will be just 7 and Junpei talking for a bit, giving Snake plenty of time off screen to leave the room we're in, go outside, walk in the hallway, and feel his way through his shoes. Because you can tell when you step on a bracelet versus the remains of a 9th man.
Yeah, but I disagree.
That's fine, I'll be right anyway.
Where did they...
This looks really fancy.
Through here?
Oh god, so many doors. We're gonna get so lost in here if we have to go through all of these rooms.
What's up?
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
What?
So weird.
What's it supposed to be?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
Remember those...
Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
Those glasses that you would wear as a kid to
3D
look
glasses.
at the eclipse?
Oh, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, 3D glasses as well.
So you think Zero wants us to look at the door really close, pushing our eyes against that white thing with the red lights?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. What's it called? The iMaster 5000.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes. We won't be going anywhere.
This looks like a bedroom.
I have to keep reminding myself that this is the beginning of the game.
That kind of seems like one of those pressure meters, or like on a scale.
Oh yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's about the air pressure or something in here?
I have no clue.
Then the other room is probably a living room. Or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
Okay, I get straight to the point.
Oh god, so many doors.
Oh damn, this one seems really big.
Yes.
Actually,
Riggs?
this is definitely bigger.
Thank you for the resub.
Riggs.
Happy Sunday. How are you doing?
Thank you for the resub. How are you doing today?
Also, I'm very happy this room of this escape room part isn't as bad as it looks. When I saw the hallway with the 3 doors, I was like...
Yeah, it looks worse.
So we've got a bedroom, a living room, 2 small rooms, a bathtub and a toilet.
Just start where you know. Doing good, just finished rebuilding my PC last night, still setting it all up.
Why did you have to rebuild it again? Did something happen with, what's it called, with water cooling?
Yeah, Fodi mentioned earlier today that you got some new parts, but I recall you did like a PC building stream like maybe 2 weeks ago, if I don't recall. Like, did you get new parts or did something break, or did you just decide to redo it all? Also, I have no clue what the parts meant that you bought, but it sounds like an absolute beast you got there.
Fancy piece of kit you got there.
I'm jelly.
What's this? This isn't a score. Is this a map of the ship?
Oh, yeah, true. In the other room we get a map. So it makes sense we get a map here too.
Tifa, since you have a thing for voicing the suspicious people, and once again we're stuck in a section where I would be all the characters, I hereby name you Snake.
A map? There's a map of the ship here?
Yeah.
Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei.
Okay.
Take.
It's now possible to use the map screen. Why do I think we're gonna have to play music? Got a Ryzen 7900 Crosshair Extreme Mobile and some DDR5 RAM, just not great. Okay.
I have no clue what it all means, but you just added things to it.
Yes, you replaced some.
What do you still need to do now? Reinstall the PC and everything?
Probably Windows and stuff, right? The piano keyboard.
What's your plan on doing with it?
Good question. Maybe he's gonna start a rendering farm or something.
What you gonna do with all this power?
Infinite, well, almost infinite power. What is Snake doing? He can't play, can he? Yes, he can.
Beautiful. Biz.
You're Snake. Still.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. This piano, there's something amiss with the keys.
You mean it's out of tune or something?
No, not that. It's properly tuned, just... Well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different.
Purposefully?
Purposefully. It works. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. Don't tell us they're gonna put a music puzzle in.
Oh god, is there gonna be hexadecimal in a piano?
The same goes for the D keys. They play some other note.
I am basically tone deaf. If I need to do this by hearing, we will never leave this room. Huh? Why do you think it's like that?
Isn't it painfully obvious? No.
Well, not if it's purposeful.
Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Yeah, that makes sense. Perhaps if we play the keys in the correct order, we're fucked. Something will happen.
In other words, we need to play a song on the piano.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find... I'm pretty sure if we need to play a song, we're gonna find sheet music. Then we're gonna tell Snake what it is, and he will give us hints on which note is what, and then we'll be able to solve it. Boom, there we go.
Boom, roasted.
Go find that sheet music.
Motherboard software stuff. It's all current top of the market stuff. It's kind of nice. Enjoy. I got to restart again though. Yes, that's part of the process, isn't it? See you later.
It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, don't be silly at this point. Junpei has no idea what a hexadecimal is yet. Yeah, true. Neither do I, and I had to solve puzzles with her.
If this really will be with tones, please call Groundhog. Help. Help.
Hey, Groundhog. Jack and Tifa need you to stop paying attention in class right now and help them with 999.
Please listen to these notes for us.
And just tell me what buttons to press in what order.
No, I'm sure the game is nice. Like I said, we'll find some sheet music and this will easily be solved.
Yeah, and when we give the sheet music to Snake, who'll play it, huh?
We can describe sheet music.
Yeah, okay, so there's a squiggly line, and it's here, and then there's
Just wait, I'm gonna be right.
a music stand. There's nothing on it. Okay.
An upright piano. From the feel of the wood, it must be quite old.
That's what she said. Okay, that was...
Off you go.
The keys on here are all messed up. Alright, that was not insightful. It's totally a table with a mirror.
Ah yes, you know that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit and narcissism.
And purposefulness.
As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she's staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Well, don't look at mirrors.
At what point is it okay to dislike Snake for a statement?
Doesn't it strike you as terribly sad?
Yeah, I love it.
Look in the mirror.
Just ignore it and hope he stops, I guess. An antique vanity.
I don't think he means it like that.
There's nothing in the drawer. Yep, totally empty. She is primarily looking at herself. Yeah, but there's a way to say that when you use a mirror, you're looking at yourself to achieve whatever it is you try to achieve while sitting in front of that thing. And then there's whatever he like just said. Maybe we'll find out at some point. A bed. Thanks, Junpei. Do you not remember that in the first room there was a clue in the bed?
Click on the thing on the wall before you...
This?
Oh, it's a window.
A window. There's an iron plate nailed to it. Just like a certain school. Guess for the lights? Yeah. The lights are lit. Alright. I clicked out of the game, sorry. Check the bed. Under the pillow. Score plate A.
Imagine! I see. This feels like glass. Glass. A rectangular plate of glass. Is there something written on the surface?
Yeah, it's a sheet music. It's a sheet of music with a couple of A notes.
Just Ace?
Just Ace! Ace confirmed the... Snake's social skills leave something to be desired for sure. Thank you, Motonart, for being on my side of what just happened there.
Good thing you will only still need them shortly. Too soon?
Yes. It took me a moment to realize what you were saying, but yes. Yeah, that's it. Kind of weird, huh? Okay. Oh wait, it's made from glass, so we find the other plates with the notes on them and then we all layer them on top of each other and then we can see the melody?
That could be.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden.
I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious.
I thought it strange.
I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans.
Well then, if you don't want to toot your horn, why are you doing it?
I notice even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
2 miles, actually.
No, such a thing would be impossible.
Oh, I'm shocked.
However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately.
Yeah, true.
So that
Makes
was...
sense.
Yes, I could hear it happening.
On search for bed some more. I have a great bed instances. I should have seen it coming, but I didn't.
Also, I say that, but I still love him.
I mean, I'd still take Snake over the Ninth Man, but he is sliding down Schitt's Creek.
Even though I like the characters in this story, I wouldn't say I have a favorite. If I have to pick, I would pick Junpei. Because as a main character, he's pretty good.
He is wonderful.
But if I had to pick, it's not like I like all of them, but none of them are like, whoa, I love this character. You know what I mean? Like, it all works. I like it in the setting.
If I couldn't pick Junpei, it would be 7.
7 is also pretty chill, yeah.
Yeah, he just does things. And he doesn't seem to be a dick. He kept fighting with Lotus, but deserved. She was kind of being a bitch. Yeah, I think 7 is my favorite, based on just being normal, of the most normal ground down to earth.
He seems decent.
Yeah, nice guy. What can I say? My taste in men is socially awkward, skinny guys who look like they haven't slept in days.
Well, I wouldn't say Snake looks like he hasn't slept in days.
Do you not see the... What do you call this?
That's shadow.
This thing? Yes, and you have that if your eyes are slightly sunken in, which is, I believe, generally associated with somebody looking a bit tired.
I think his eyes just lay a bit deeper, and those aren't, what do you call them? Bags? Eye bags?
Yeah.
Like, from his character design, I wouldn't say those are eye bags.
Who are you trying to argue this with?
His face is covered in scars. Normal? Well, that depends on his profession. Like, if Jack is correct and he's like a fisher or fisherman is a dangerous profession.
I would
Could
say,
absolutely be the case.
Well, normal in the sense that most people look like this? No. But that doesn't necessarily tell us anything about him as a person. Because maybe he got into an accident as a kid.
Could
we
also
don't know.
be.
Maybe he had a work accident. It happens. Are they distinctive features? Yes. Do they tell me anything about his character? No. 7 is a relatively normal dude in a group of people who are really good at bar trivia.
Basically.
It feels like it should belong on a t-shirt.
So far, from what we've been through with 7, also in the rooms, he's someone I would pick to get stuck with in a game like this, or in a situation like this.
No, I would get so frustrated listening to him. He is so much like me. I would get so angry. No.
Yeah, I would be stuck with 7.
Oh wait, you said 7. Sorry, I was looking at Snake and I
In
heard
fact,
a
I
word
can
with
run
S.
quite fast.
Yes.
Oh no.
Certainly as fast as you.
7, yes. Snake, no. Everything I just said, I meant Snake.
And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
So we are kind of going with a daredevil approach.
Oh, really? You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
No.
Kinda do care.
I really don't.
I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it.
Snake, do you remember the basics of CQC? Close quarters combat? Metal Gear Solid 3? No? Nobody? Why, Tifa? Why
Go for it and punch him.
Why do you let my joke come out and just die there?
Well,
my reference.
I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
So, how exactly is Snake searching around?
Time to check the sheets.
A bed with a canopy. I've seen things like this in movies and stuff, but I've never seen one in real life. Same.
True, you don't see too many these days. I can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of.
Clover wants one of these?
Yes.
She wants a princess bed.
Didn't I say that? You think it doesn't suit her? Well, why not?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Ah, Junpei, judge her by appearances, will you? And well, you should not. You didn't check the curtains and stuff yet?
A large bed with a canopy. Man, this makes me miss my own bed and sleep. There's nothing under the pillow. So what else do I need to click on?
Okay. Well, if you check the curtains too, then you're fine.
No, I meant to leave. No, I meant to leave, please. Snake, I have a power of God and anime on my side. The games would have been very different.
It helps him later on.
It would have been very different. So, this is the locking thing. It's flashing red. That's usually not a good sign. Is that a microphone? It looks like a satellite dish.
Let me see. Well, judging by the feel of it, I would guess that we are meant to produce some sort of sound. And this device will sense it and unlock.
So it very much is a microphone.
So solving the piano puzzle will probably open the door.
Yes. A white desk. Feels kinda fancy. And we can't check it out. It's a small round chair. It looks like it probably goes to a vanity. Left door, right door?
Doesn't matter.
Right door was the small connecting room, I think. That's a safe.
This safe is locked.
It's one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open. Did you find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake?
I also found nothing. Okay, is that a cupboard under it?
It's a safe with a dial lock on it. We won't be able to open it until we know the right numbers. Or we could have tried to brute force it.
Hey,
oh look,
another music sheet. Yes, well this feels like glass. A rectangle of glass, transparent I assume. I can feel something printed on the surface. What is it?
But he can tell glass by touch. I am willing to buy, but how can he tell that it's translucent?
Because glass.
Alright.
There's a big chance that it is.
A sheet of music with some C notes on it. Can we combine them already?
Also, if it has something on it or some color on it, you can usually feel it by texture, which he did with the printing now as well.
A leather suitcase. I love Sunday reading time with Olivia.
What are you guys reading?
What you should be reading when you're done with whatever book it is you're currently doing? You should read 999. It's amazing.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Olivia is Ranger's daughter.
Oh, isn't that the Eric Carle Hungry Caterpillar book? I think I've had that as a kid. Do I still have my copy?
The one with this colored big caterpillar that keeps eating and eating.
Translate for me the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
De zeer hongerige rups.
How is that last word an actual term? Yes. What was caterpillar in German again?
Rupsen.
No, that sounds like the German word for belching. Caterpillar. I don't remember.
I have no clue.
Bear with me one sec.
I could have also looked it up for you, you know.
German. Not Germany, I don't care about the company right now.
Okay. Raupe.
That's what it is. Die sehr hungrige Raupe.
Cheating. Hi, Olivia.
Hi. Larv or Fjärilslav in Swedish.
I think I'll go with larv.
It sounds like it breaks my mouth when I try to say it. I will go with larv. Yeah.
I can tell by the weight and it makes no noise when shaken.
I skipped your line, it's empty. Back to the box, thank you for the look.
Have fun reading. Are both empty or is it?
Why is there an empty leather suitcase just laying here?
Check the one below it, because only the top one.
Oh, it's two. I thought it's part of a table or something.
No.
It's a leather suitcase.
Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. Okay, so both of them are empty.
Alright, there's nothing in here. Yeah, I was thinking we could close it maybe. Okay, this room is pointless right now. Buttons. It's a light switch. Nothing happens when I press it. Should be the bathroom.
It's already filled with water.
Can we... Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. I've got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear anything.
Good thing we have water there, if we need it.
The lights, huh? Nope, doesn't look like there's anything hidden here. What is it with these people and not knowing what a shower head looks like?
I think he's just joking.
Testing, testing. Hey, it's great to see you all here. I just flew in from New York and boy are my arms tired. Yes, thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the wheel. That's not a Mag 7. It's just a shower head. What?
Oh, maybe he wasn't joking.
What the hell? So, what?
So why does no one know what a shower head looks like in this game?
Because apparently that's a thing. All week, all the 7 days. Let's see what you did there.
Like, I'm a bit confused by that though. I mean, a shower head looks the same everywhere, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Well,
especially in a bathroom.
Kind of, yeah, similar enough. Well,
I don't think...
They all have terrible hygiene.
I don't think there will be an answer to this.
I don't want to imagine that.
If you can't drain the water, drain it.
Yeah, I bet there's gonna be something in it. Like, this looks like a great place to hide some sheet music. The bathtub is full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? It looks kind of grey. Let's just pull the plug. No, hold on. Maybe we can, I don't know, use it for something? Use it for something.
Okay, fair.
Good point, but... Huh? This faucet is really hard to turn.
Hey, with some of those, it really is.
Yeah. Man, doesn't matter how hard I yank on it, this thing won't budge. Hard for you to turn, kid? How about you let a man give it a shot?
This ain't happening. Everyone here exclusively takes baths.
Apparently, yes.
But even then you usually... Well, I guess no, you don't usually... Or you don't automatically have a shower head near them.
Correct. Just imagine the size of a tub that would fit 7. Or maybe it's just a perspective thing and 7 just looks large on our screen, but he's actually not that big.
Well, I think he would have trouble fitting in here comfortably.
Yeah, at least he could put like 1 foot in it. You know? Damn it, nothing. Might as well be a damn rock. Looks like something's holding that knob in place. Well, if you can't do it, 7, guess we might as well give it up. Okay, that was not helpful.
Then we're done here for now. Maybe when we get like a container.
Wait, let's go here. Go. This is not what I meant, but let's do it anyway. His nickname at the start was Mountain. He's a big ass dude. Okay, fair enough, I forgot about that.
True, I already forgot the nicknames we gave them at the beginning.
Yeah, Dancer, Mountain, Pink Hair Girl, something like that. Prince.
Not just pink?
I forgot.
I have no clue, but yeah. But yeah, he looks big. Aww. But would not think he fits into that bathtub.
Olivia has the whole book memorized now and just reads it back to me. She's amazing. That is really sweet. Please enjoy the story of Die sehr hungrige Raupe.
Make her read it out then.
Exactly.
The whole book.
This is a suitcase made of leather the color of rich mahogany. Oh shoot. Looks like there's nothing in it. This one? It's a leather suitcase. Dang, nothing in there.
So all of them are empty, okay.
Now look, another sheet music.
I'm guessing one more.
It's a rectangular piece of glass. You can see right through it. There's a couple of G notes written on it.
Also try combining it.
Huh? Wonder what that means. Eli turns 1 on Friday. Ooh, already.
Oh shit.
Write that down.
That went really fast.
We cannot combine the things.
Probably when we have all of them.
Potentially. There's nothing in here
1
anymore.
year already, darn.
Yep. So, I want to go here. I don't want to go here. I want to go
Click on
here.
the vase first.
And I want to go to the toilet.
You're gonna get lost.
Also, let's give credit where credit is due. These people here are putting their toilet paper the correct way.
I think it's 2 ways, but still.
Time
Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Is that a rhyme? I should know. That is really bad.
I dig it.
Are you guys gonna do something for Eli's birthday, by the way? Like, you going to family or just having some family fun time?
Just enjoy the fact that he's 1 year old. With some toilet paper on the wall there. Nothing that looks suspicious. It's almost like I put this here purposefully. It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank. Very smart of him to always check the tank.
So, nothing.
It's weird that there's a whole room here with nothing in it. Nothing strange going on here.
Well, I wouldn't say it's weird, it's just a layout.
I get it. You're gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. Just gonna fill this thing with water. What? What are you talking about? Oh man, you don't get it? Just grab that vase and take a look around. You'll figure it out soon enough.
Why can't you tell us?
Looks like a vase. Maybe you could use that. Making him a smash cake here at home. What is a smash cake? Because I've heard of smash burgers and then I was confused because they put the patty on a grill and then they pressed it down and then they said that's a smash burger. Apparently I've been preparing smash burgers exclusively all of my life because that's what I do too. I don't know what a smash cake is. I'm okay with cake.
I can't say I know what it is either.
Maybe they take a cake, put it on a grill and then...
And when the cake is done, you smash it.
All that. There was once a vase on this table. Yes, and then we took it to steal water later. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front of it. Score? It's gotta mean musical score. If that's true, then that score we just found was probably in here. At least at some point.
So
are we gonna take it?
Okay, no. Well, if there's nothing else on it, we don't need it.
This is some sort of antique desk. Makes sense though, I guess. This whole room's full of antiques. You could get a nice handful of cash for all of this stuff in here. So you take a cake and smash their face into it. I hate that. I see so many videos lately where people do that with their kids, where they put a cake in front of them and they take their kid's head and just dunk it in there. That's a waste of cake, and why would you traumatize your kid like that if they're not in on the joke? Like,
for that I feel really bad, but suddenly I'm getting flashbacks to one of Ranger's birthday streams.
Yes.
Where he had whipped cream pies and had them smash it in his face.
Yes.
That was brilliant.
And we would all time it so that the moment he cleaned his face, we would make him get another one. Yes. Yes, that was fun.
But yeah, I'd rather not have my face dunked into cake. That seems like such a waste.
Cake goes in here, not on there. It's a chair. Thank you, Seven, for this amazing insight. Somebody spent a lot of time carving the legs of this chair. It'll snap like a twig if Seven sits on it well. Mind your own business.
That was a bit rude, yeah.
Yes. An old-fashioned desk. Adds a little class to a room. There's a cover for musical score sitting on the table. There's a couple of lights on the wall here. Oh. We solved the puzzle before we found the puzzle. There's an iron grate in front of a fireplace. There's something behind it.
Is that paper not? Or is that not paper?
It's not paper, it's glass. It's a musical score on glass, which is see-through.
Doesn't look like one of the musical. Actually, yes, it does. Okay, so now we need to get the water, throw it on there.
Yeah, I don't actually know what a smash cake is either. I'm waiting in anticipation to hear from Ranger. I hope he will tell us at one point. Just
Ranger,
Google it.
that's too easy. That's not how we roll here.
We're all here in a social setting. This is the perfect opportunity to learn from one another. If you're anything like me, this is a true fact about me. If I look up something by myself, I am less likely to retain the information versus somebody telling me.
That is also true. But Ranger's being Ranger and just ran off after dropping weird words.
Yeah, making up things like smash cake.
He'll be back.
I'm pretty sure he meant smash burgers and then was the thing I mentioned earlier.
It's like sometimes you're wondering things and then Jack also tells me, oh, just Google it. I'm like, no, I don't care that much. I want someone to tell me what it is.
Oh, we're making a banana bread cake with some icing on top. And it's going to let him smash play with it. Olivia was too timid and only poked it. Olivia wanted to eat it, potentially.
Okay, so it literally is a cake meant for smashing. So he just gets to play with his cake.
So then at the end, if you keep smashing the cake, does it become like a cake pop kind of thing? Like the batter for a cake pop? I do that with certain cakes.
If you add some cream to it after?
We're going mobile typos for the win. Yes, mobile typos are the best.
I hope Eli is gonna love that cake.
Yes, just time to be messy and curious. What better time to do that than with cake on his birthday?
It's his birthday.
Yeah, that's what we're for.
Smash and then eat.
Sounds like a Friday night. Dun, dun, dun.
So it's just a regular cake that gets smashed, apparently. Not just a regular cake though, a banana bread.
Is Olivia a boy? No, she's a girl, but Eli is a boy.
Yeah, Ranger has 2 kids.
Yes.
Olivia is a little bit older, Eli is turning 1 soon.
Yes. A fireplace. Huh. Don't see one of those too often. Especially not on a ship. Aren't a lot of people these days with real fireplaces and real fires. Yeah. Especially not out on a boat.
Well, in a time where heating maybe wasn't that wildly available on a ship, I would say.
Yeah. This couch looks just big enough for 3 people. Looks perfect for me.
Suddenly I feel like banana bread. Like we made a sweet potato pie today because we had sweet potato left over after I made couscous in the weekend. But now I feel like banana bread.
Yeah, thanks, Ranger.
Banana bread. So tasty.
What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, there's something you aren't saying. Never mind. Deep, 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 deep. So...
Also in our setting now in the room, he seems a bit more aggressive.
A little bit. A bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard to fill this vase up. Vase filled with water.
There you go.
Hey, Junpei, what are you doing over there? Only one thing to do now that you got that thing full of water. Come on, what are you waiting for?
For you to be done talking.
How about we pour this in here and then we can check if there's... Oh well. Oh well. I've got a vase filled with water. It's heavy. Can't just throw it at the grate though. Gotta pour the water right onto the fire itself.
Why can't you?
What? What's the problem? Wait.
Why are you combining that? It's telling you to pour it in from the top.
Oh. Okay. I think there's something in the back of the fireplace behind the fire. Right on, buddy. Do it. Do what? Come on, it's not that hard to figure out. You seriously? Throw that shit on there.
I'm starting to take back what I said about 7.
I'm sorry, but this is pretty easy to figure out. Just throw the water like we even said. And Junpei's like, oh, what do I do? It's a life or death scenario, just throw the water.
It's ungainly. Yeah, but we have... There were several vases, by the way, so nothing stops him from also getting a vase. And we have a... I think there was another one in the corner. Regardless, even if we only have one vase, we have a bathtub full of water. We can go several times if it doesn't work in one go.
Exactly. Okay, I'll take this out now. It's a fireplace. Where do you want me to click?
Go back.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up and do it! After we put out this fire, we're gonna grab that thing in the back, right? But how?
Open the top? Or can you open the top?
No. Hey, Junpei, what's this? A thinker? Really? We're gonna go for a down statue now? By Auguste Rodin. Right on! What?
Okay, he said to do it directly from the top, but
What?
you can't click on the top.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I have a...
No, you had the vase already.
Just throwing the water at the grate isn't going to help. I'm gonna pour it right onto the fire. Oh.
You're not clicking on something in here. Oh. Are you for real?
Sorry everybody, I didn't realize I needed to click half an inch to the side.
To be fair, Seven probably doesn't realize Junpei can't lift a vase full of water as easily as he can.
He could ask for help, if that's the case. But yeah, fair enough. Alright.
He could have done it himself since he already found the solution.
Yeah. Time to put this fire out. More time, buddy, let's do it!
Oh my god.
Here we go.
I didn't even realize you were clicking on the wrong thing.
Good job. Pixel hunters, a dying breed of hunters. And for good reason. Another success. Fire didn't stand a chance.
This went bad.
Alright, I'll just pour this out now. This might be really warm. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. That made sense. Easily the most annoying thing in this puzzle room. 100% agreed. It's a ceramic plate. Sorry, wrong voice. It's a ceramic plate of some kind. Looks like a blank sheet of music.
Oh, now you can combine them. I would think.
Oh wait, we probably need something to make it print?
Make it print.
Yeah, I have a dumb idea.
Hey, Seven, what the hell was that? Are you alright?
Was Seven overwhelmed by our water tossing action?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all.
Wait, the same thing happened to June.
What the hell is wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Well, June was getting fevers.
Memory loss?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh?
Yeah, correct.
I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs.
We already had this
I couldn't
conversation.
remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
Yeah, but then he remembered part of the story about Alice.
Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Ceramic? Apparently.
You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is he gonna tell us about morphogenetic fields now?
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
Why are you an amnesiac?
Well, if we remember, then it's hard to see the connection with it might have to do with this situation.
Oh,
maybe
like
it's
that.
a medical thing. Like I would think in a situation like this, if one person has lost its memory, you would automatically assume everyone has lost their
I
memory.
thought he was amnesia shaming Seven.
No, I think it's just confusion if he remembers.
Yeah,
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Wasn't he the only one that lost his memory?
correct.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything.
Well, what's he gonna do about it?
If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be like upset or confused or something?
He's just calm and grounded. I like it.
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck, but that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it.
Good
I
attitude.
like this guy.
After all, why worry about something I can't change?
Exactly.
Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever.
His head has a little apple on it. I
That's
know,
very
right?
cute.
That's really cute. Maybe he is an exclusive Mac user. Today I learned that Jack pronounces ceramic with a hard C at the beginning. thus reinforcing me being on Team Tifa. Oh wait, is it pronounced ceramic in English?
Is this a
I've never
bad
heard that
time to
before.
say I also would have said ceramic?
It's ceramic in German. And this
Same
is
in
another one of
Dutch?
those moments where English second language, it's a word I know exists and I've only ever seen it on paper. Never heard somebody pronounce it.
Now that you mention it, me neither, but I was also quite sure it would be with that sound.
So Motnot, are you back now because Tifa also says ceramic?
Motnot was never on your team.
Oh, reinforcing me. Well, fair enough. I guess I was today years old when I learned that it's actually ceramic. Thank you very much.
It kind of makes sense, but
Also
having
doesn't.
only heard the words with a hard K, it also makes sense with a hard K.
Not a hard K sound in Swedish. See?
I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
It's different everywhere. But I will try to remember that it's ceramic. Just for you, Martin.
I think in Dutch it's keramiek,
Keramiek?
if I recall correctly.
It sounds like a slur. I don't know why.
I feel like I need to Google it in my own language.
No, I'm still on Team Tifa, but I'm disappointed in you both.
Sorry.
I mean, unfair, but I get it. Yeah, I'll just have to accept that.
But that's it?
This word will now traumatize us.
PTCD, post-traumatic ceramic disorder.
That's it.
It's like piranha.
It's piranha. Let's not get into this again, Tifa. We have established, I established, that the correct way to call these fish are, or is,
Piranhas.
piranha. Just like in German. Piranha.
Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
How are you fine with something like that?
An sh sound as in shoot.
Ceramic?
Alright. That sounds weird to my ears, but most things do. Post-traumatic ceramic disorder. See, if it was spelled like this, I would have pronounced it like that.
That would make sense, yes. Then this whole discussion wouldn't have happened. How many
Exactly.
times are you going to click on that piece of paper?
Because now we have the sheet music.
But why do you need that to put it together?
I don't know, I was trying things. Are you escape room shaming me? Because
No,
I feel
sorry.
like you're trying right now.
I wasn't going to do that at all.
It says score on this paper, I guess you put sheet music in it. That's what I'm having here. How about we go... That's the wrong door.
Did you already try combining it again?
Yeah, I couldn't. Now, how about we
What if
go
you tried
here?
to put it on here?
A music stand. I just want to put the music I found on it. Put the ceramic plate on the bottom. And the glass plates on top. Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Well, I put them all on top of each other, but they look odd. It doesn't really look like a song.
Then, in all likelihood, we haven't found them all. We need to find more glass plates.
It's in the
Okay.
bathtub. It has to be.
Oh, now you can drain it. I mean, we
Oh my god, I keep going for the wrong door.
got what we were looking for.
Man, this water's dirty. Can't see more than 4 inches or so. Can't see anything down there. Do you think? Think what?
Plug it.
Really? Wait,
Right, just click on the thing.
water's filthy. If there's anything under it, I sure can't see it. Still, if I want to be sure. Wait, I need to...
Yeah,
Oh my god!
that makes sense. You're not checking the water.
There's a plug on the end of this chain. Alright, why don't we just drain this water? Yeah, good plan. Alright, where's that thing? Good tuck ought to be enough to get that. Huh?
What?
Who would have thought? Score plate D. Transparent plate made of glass, yes. It's a sheet music. Why do I keep saying it's a sheet music? It's a sheet of music with a couple of D notes in it. Okay.
I like how Junpei knows.
There's nothing in the bathtub anymore. Let's try to solve this puzzle and then we should call it a night. Which door was it? This one. Yes! No!
You need to go back to the starting room.
This one? That one? Ha! Got it.
This room is somehow very confusing.
Should be different sounds playing from different sheets being picked up. I hope so. A music stand. Seems good as any place to put the music we found. Just gotta put the ceramic plate on the bottom and then stack the glass plates on top of it. Alright, good.
Oh, we got
Sweet.
all of them. Nice.
I can play the music.
Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the key on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. Oh no, Groundhog! We need you. Do you understand? No.
I understand, yes, but I won't be able to hear it. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna say which sound is which note. There's no other way.
I hope so. Alright, let's give this a shot.
Just press the first key. Oh, okay, so like that. Oh no, wait. Number 3 was a...
Oh my... Wait, I'm gonna write this down.
Okay,
this is gonna take a day and a half. So, first one is...
Wait, recreate the notes and then write down which number of key it is, because you'll need to redo it in the second one.
I see what you're saying, but... Alright. Three, 4, 5, 6. Try this one. Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it this one? No. Okay, so it has to be one of the black ones.
No, that one is 3 again. Which one are you stuck on?
Oh wait, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3.
And then the next one again? 4?
No.
Wait, what? Oh, it's in the middle.
Yeah.
That's
3,
the thingy
4,
here.
5, 6, 3.
Click on the black thing. Okay, those don't work.
Thankfully, they took those out because that would be even more busy. Oh, I already have a 5th note. Did I tell you, did I not tell you that I'm incredibly bad at making music? And yes, I understand what you're saying.
We also have that one already. Here, it's the 3rd one. So 3, 4, 5.
Doesn't mean it's not confusing to me.
This is 5. This one is 4. And then back to...
Look
3.
at Tifa.
This also, no, not 3, wait. This is 4, 3.
Here we go.
5.
No, 6.
No, this is 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 3, 4, 5.
This is 6.
So this one.
I think so, yeah. And then another 6. Then
Okay, okay,
3,
we're getting
4,
somewhere.
5 again.
This one.
Then back to 3.
That's not 3.
That is 3.
That's not a 3.
Then what
3.
was this one?
This is a 3, Tifa.
Oh, then it's 4. Easy.
Hey!
Easy. Easy. Good job.
Thank you very much for your help.
Good job.
See? Power of teamwork.
Eureka! Sometimes we can be smart.
And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what is that noise?
Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go.
Good plan. Stand! Bow! Be seated! Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny.
Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however.
Jesus, I was about to have a heart attack watching out of the simplest puzzle imaginable.
This was really hard and we solved it almost immediately, Matanar.
So, here's the thing. When I need to deal with something that I'm incredibly bad at, like notes, all logic goes out of the window. Yes, there is a pattern. Yes, Tifa was able to decipher it. My mind goes blank.
Because you were more focusing on the sound.
Yes, I'm trying to hear it. All of my brain capacity goes to my ears. Like this one, because I can't hear the game on this one. And I just try to listen to it. And somehow I'm so focused on just my ear. If it hadn't been for Tifa, we would still be pressing buttons. I would still be pressing buttons. Thank you for that.
But we get it.
Mostly you guys argue away for the last few notes.
But it worked. For a second though, on the last two, I was afraid we would have to reset.
Yeah, same. That's why I kept writing them down anyway, because, you know.
Thank you, thank you. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster. Oh, Westminster. Oh,
Was it
Westminster. Not middle school. What's Westminster?
Westminster?
Oh, thank you, Seven. Oh. The palace in London that plays host these days to the House of Parliament.
Purposefully?
You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour.
I couldn't tell you.
I have
London.
never even heard the Big Ben play, I think.
The capital of England, huh?
At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately.
Also,
Good
search for bed.
moment to save.
A bed. I can't.
We already got everything in the bed though. At least I think we clicked everything.
Should we leave or should we save here?
Save here. But save on this screen so that we remember that we got this door.
Good point. You sure you want to save? Yes. And double save. I think there's an Easter egg. No.
Do you need to click somewhere specific?
A bed.
We did go through like a conversation about Clover wanting that bed, if that's what you mean.
Yes.
So I think we already got it.
I have no idea, because I don't know what the Easter egg is. But we did get to an ending today.
Sure. Maybe...
And it's throwing me off, I have to say.
How so?
Because after we started playing the game again from the first choice with which room to go through, like in the back of my mind, I'm trying to make sense of what happened. And I'm trying to find a way how...
To not get...
What is going to change now still makes other things possible. Because
well, new information we got, new routes, new puzzles, new clues. There's going to be a lot that will change that.
Yes, but I think the ultimate ending of the game, after we got the regular 5, 6 or whatever, and then we got the last one, I think that's gonna be a mindfuck.
Well, yeah.
Because they have brought up multiple times in our first playthrough morphogenetic fields. One thing affecting another without a direct correlation. Now, the game is letting us go through the different sequences. Granted, we could replay the game just normally and then it wouldn't be like just jumping places in the timeline. But if there are forks later on, like the last one we did, that we looked at a couple of times, like where do we play now? There was no choice there the first time we came through there.
I think it will make sense once we get there. Because the way was still locked, so I think we first need to do other paths to be able to unlock that, and then maybe there will be a choice there.
Yes, gameplay-wise I understand this, but I'm saying if a choice becomes available in that fork in the road because now we've done 2 different
You're
routes to
overthinking
go there. How does that work?
You're
Because that
absolutely
means the
overthinking
game
it.
knows that we've done both, which for the game I understand, but how does the world inside the game supposedly know that we have seen both parts
How
of it?
about you first play through a new route and then it will become clear? This is a press A situation. Don't overthink it.
Yes, but at the same time, if I don't say these things before we get to in the game,
It's not going to
if
happen.
I then say, oh, I've been thinking about this and this happening, then people will go like, oh yeah, you know to say that. That's why I have to front load all of my
It's
thoughts.
going to be logical, I'm quite sure. Something
You're
else, a
logical.
piece of dialogue from Snake, we definitely did that. That was the bit where he talks about how his sister Clover wants a princess pet and she likes those things, and that we shouldn't judge Clover by how she looks.
If that's the Easter egg, I wouldn't.
Well, that's the dialogue that was with Snake.
Yes, that is true.
So then we got everything.
Hopefully, yes. And if we didn't, maybe we'll get it next time.
No, but you're definitely overthinking a path we are far from being there.
In a game that pushes the concept of morphogenetic fields, I don't think I'm overthinking it, I think
You're
I'm
overthinking.
underthinking it.
It's gonna be part of one of the endings.
I think it's part of all of the endings.
Or that, yes. But
If-
we might not make it in all of the endings, or something like that. We didn't make it in the bad ending. It had nothing to do with it there.
I
Just be
have a
dead.
feeling. Last thing I'm gonna say about this when Tifa can do whatever. I have a feeling that this game is gonna pull an Undertale.
It could.
Where as you play through the other endings, the game knows. And yes, of course, the game knows gameplay mechanics, but the story, that's what I mean. Without doing Undertale spoilers.
I somehow doubt that. But it could be. I mean, it's been proven to have been done. It works.
If by the end of this, the different possibility Junpeis create morphogenetic fields affecting each other, therefore giving birth to the true ending of the game after you've seen the others, I will be sitting here whenever we get to that point.
Why can't you just enjoy the moment while you're at that? That's a concern for later.
That's how I'm enjoying the game. I'm actively thinking about how all of this belongs together.
Well, that's where we differ a lot.
Yeah, Tifa just goes, game. And I'm like, oh my god, how do the pieces of the puzzle form the
Yeah,
bigger
because
shape?
that is an answer that will come later. There's no point worrying about that now.
And this is why it needed both of us to do the music puzzle.
Like, I don't see the point in already worrying on how we will unlock a path that
I'm not
we're
worrying.
not gonna be there for the next 5 streams, and by then it's probably already clear how we're gonna reach that
But
path.
I'm not worrying.
No, but you're overthinking it.
No, I'm engaging with a video game that I'm playing.
Go find us someone to raid.
Why are you shaming me for how I'm enjoying my video game? Wow. Wow.
You're wrecking your brain already for something that doesn't seem like you should at this point.
Then at what point is it appropriate, according to you, to think
When we near the
about
path and we haven't figured it out yet, or it hasn't been made clear in the flow yet.
It isn't clear to me now.
I'm just telling you.
I'll go ahead and tell you, the locks and keys on the flowchart signify options that can change the outcome. So the split near the end where Lotus died on one end is separated from the other ending by choices that were made earlier. For example, the first room chosen, taking the bookmark or not, etc. Yes. Yes. This is not like shooting down what I'm saying. I put it into
we'll
different
get there.
terms in a short Cliff Notes version. Maybe this time Tifa gets what I'm trying to say.
I get
Hopefully
what
you
you're
do.
trying to say, I just...
Clearly not.
I'm
Because
just
you're
saying.
insinuating something else.
It's not something... You know what, never mind.
I'm
We're
saying-
not gonna agree on this subject.
I'm saying, if we go through the story again, do different choices, and we end up at the same point where in the flow there's a fork, yes?
Yes.
If suddenly the game tells you there's a choice to make, that is new. That's all. And if a choice depends on both timelines having happened, how does it consolidate this? Because one outcome happens if we go this way in the story, and the other outcome happens if we go that way in the story. And the reason why I'm confused, not confused, why I really want to figure out how they're doing this is because it's a fork in the flow. If there were two different strings, I would believe they just show them as two different strings of a flow, like they do in some parts of it. But there are some forks, which to me indicates there's a choice, and we didn't get a choice. Anyway, we'll find out eventually if we just keep pressing the A button, or in our case the spacebar. How about, in the meantime though, we go and rate Youth, who is playing Rise of Kingdoms, which you've never seen before.
I thought that was a mobile game.
So let's head over there and say hi.
If it is what I'm thinking that is.
And then maybe my brain can unmeld while we're there. I would like that.
But at least we got one ending. I'm
Yes.
guessing now it won't take too long to get to the other, seeing how we can skip a big part of story. If it is the same, it is.
Well, we can skip
That's
the beginning.
Yeah. We can skip some parts of story, so I would think it's going to be slightly faster now. Who knows?
Yeah, that would make sense. I guess. How are we gonna do this? Questions!
I'm pressing the button.
Please do. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. If you can, please stick around for the raid. We'll be back on Tuesday with a special Valentine's Day stream. See you all then. Bye!
Thank you, thank you.